Hello. But I'm gonna move my shit closer. Alright. I was supposed to start a little sooner, but I was helping my dad. He's like, I need blood work done. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, can you schedule it for me? I'm like, okay. Alright. We're playing more Ace Attorney. New case, episode 4. I think we have 2 more episodes and then we beat the game. Hello Too Cute and hello Ado. I have some good news. Kind of an update from yesterday. I like applied to another place. I think I mentioned it yesterday that it was like kind of like another very specific branch of HR that isn't like, it's more of an area that I'm more confident in and more familiar with and wouldn't mind working in. And the place that I applied, they want to do an interview, so it's a Zoom interview. I don't think I've ever really done a Zoom interview, so nerve-wracking. I don't know what they're gonna ask me. Anyway. I also have all my windows open, so hopefully I remember to close them. It's really hot today and I don't have an AC unit yet. I have one, I just haven't picked it up yet. And it's currently 71 degrees, which is not bad actually. It's really not bad. I have a breeze where I am, so if I open all the windows I could feel like the breeze kind of come through. Craig and I are opening a Germa. I wanted to say a Germa joint so bad. Burger joint. Dude, I'm too cute. I would so open a burger joint with you. Alright. You know, I will close the door though. Or I'm gonna hold on before I start. Okay, I just wanted to close my door. But I opened all my windows, so it feels nice. I don't think I can turn off my fan. I'm gonna do that. The one nice thing about living by the water is there's always a nice breeze. I went out on a walk too before I started the stream. It was very nice. Will you sell torpedoes? Yes, we'll sell torpedoes too, in honor of you. Torpedo shakes! That's... write that down, write that down. Thank you, Too Cute. I appreciate it. But yeah, let's start. My dad delayed me because he's like, I need to get blood work done. Can you, can you schedule it for me? I was like, oh no. I'm gonna try to use my mouse today instead of my controller. Because my thumb hurts. Used to live by the ocean, kind of how it affected during that hot days was the best. You can always get a breeze coming in. I know. It's so funny because it's almost like a kind of like a slope in a way. So when you get closer to the water, the more windy it gets, and when you go up the slope, it's like no wind almost, and it's not no wind, there's some wind, but it's just not as what's the word, as cool, I guess. This cool breeze. Hello, Prez. You should grow it out. Grow what out? What are we growing? Anyway. New case. That's all I know. Episode 4 to Turnabout Forsaken. Should you get a goatee? Do it. Do whatever you want. I hereby call this meeting to order. Oh, it's the committee is gathered here in sight of the goddess to pass fair. Oh, okay. Fuck me, I guess. Oh, Edgeworth. The purpose of this hearing is to assess the professional whatever. It's just funny, Edgeworth. He's being put on trial one more time. The round one, not the pointy one. I think you could do... What's happening? Why are you wearing that raincoat? Question mark. What is happening? I'm missing context. I'm too distracted. No! Oh my god. Is this like a foreshadow or is this happening now? Is she dead? Or did she survive this? She's gonna die. April 5th, 1:23 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. Wordy, I think you could rock a goatee. You got this. Don't listen to Prez. I'm tired. Please get me a drink. Wow. You guys can't see my mouse, right? Oh yeah, I can. Will you please stop pacing, detective? You're kicking up dust. But I swept the floor 3 times already. Then sweep it a 4th. You're gonna take your badge, Mr. Edgeworth. How can you just stand there, cool as a cucumber? We don't know for certain that they will. Well, it sure seems like they mean to. Judge Gabel pretty much spelled it out. Truly, you're proving to be quite a threat to the committee, to the prosecutorial excellence? Whatever. As such, you will give me a little choice but to report back on your continued transgressions. Hey, Prez, question for you, if you're still here. Very important question. Would you let Judge Gabel kill you? Is she, like, passable, attractive murderer? Would you let her kill you with that gavel? Like, real answer, like, for real. Like, I need you to be, like, real. Like, completely honest. Only Mia Fey? Well, I mean, I get that. If I had to choose between her or Miles, I would choose her as my killer. I mean, yeah, I didn't even put Miles on the table. You just had to throw that in there. Hello, Cyber. Joes and Moes. I'm asking, like, Judge Gabel would be the obvious answer, right? Like, I'm just asking, would you let her kill her? But you threw Miles in the equation. I didn't even compare. It's not that I want to be killed by a hot woman. I mean, like, oh, why not? Clearly. I said I desire to be killed. That's the same thing. That is the same thing. Okay. Anyway. No doubt you will be called to appear before the committee is in due course. Okay. Alright. Edgeworth or Gumshoe? Who would you rather? I think I think Edgeworth would have the cleaner knife compared to Gumshoe, just so you know, Prez. I know, the MGS cutscenes are long. God forbid he can't get off to Kilson. What do you mean, what? Wow. Poor Gumshoe, man. Hello, Gabe. I know, because he is on the screen now. She said that would be called to appear before the committee, nothing more. Well, I don't care. I don't stand for it. What if we never get to work together again? I'd have thought you would welcome the prospect, Detective. After all, it would mean you could work with someone less problematic. Don't say that, sir. I've never heard anyone except that stupid committee say you're problematic. You're not just looking for an excuse, are you? To become a defense attorney, I mean. Ooh. Oh. He doesn't need an excuse because he has Phoenix. I would never be murdered by a guy. I'm not gay. Ooh, pizza time. I'm good. How was Gabe today? I just talked about Miles and the woman. I wouldn't want a guy to kill me. It's low-key kind of gay. Okay. You're okay? You know what? That's better than not. I would like to update people on Tomodachi Life. I think I mentioned it yesterday, but Delta got back with his ex-husband. And Prez got confessed by 3 other me's. Cyber, Tama, and Iba. Tama and Iba are from Somnium Files. They're the AI balls. And Prez rejected them all because he has a crush on Delta. Why am I gay? Everybody on my island is pansexual. Welcome to my island, Cyber. Prez rejected them. Someone is in love with you, Cyber. I forget who. Nico Robin is in love with Logna. I'm gay for Cyber. See? Gabe, right there. But was it a gay? Oh, it was. It was. Maybe no, what do you mean? You are making friends left and right too cute. I hope you know that. Just nobody has fallen for you quite yet, but we'll get there. It's usually once you like make a couple friends, then somebody will fall for you. It's usually the cycle. But you're making friends, man. Too cute is... I'm making sure you're being introduced at least to everybody that you walk by when I see you. I did put you in kind of a goofy outfit, but don't... I just thought it was funny. What else? You can't stand being in the same room as Prez for too long. You're gonna go get pizza. Bring some back. Bring some back. I had pasta salad. Or else, okay. Oh, I had pasta salad. That I made. It was really good. What do you want to eat? Eat the sand. I don't know. Eat the sand. Alright. Cause I won't let you. You're Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth. Prosecutor, you hear? You become a defense attorney, huh? Oh, he's thinking about it. I'm thinking burgers. Burgers do sound good. I'm the best cook in the world. That's right, Gabe. I will not lie. I've gotten really better at cooking. Sometimes, and experimental too. Sometimes I'll just like throw things together. Like I just can't have plain eggs anymore. I have to have like a bunch of crap with it. Let's have a cook-off. Oh, okay, yeah. You know, first challenge, Prez. Let's boil some eggs. You got Taco Bell? Oh my god, my dad got Taco Bell today. You my dad? To become a defense attorney. Circumstances of my father's death set me on the path to becoming a prosecutor. But I'd only been interested in law to begin with, thanks to my father as well. Cyber's my daddy. And his work as a defense attorney. Are you going to keep fighting crime as a prosecutor? Help people as an attorney. Something tells me you got a big decision ahead of you. One that you can only you can answer. I'm no daddy. Are you listening, Mr. Edgeworth? I said I won't let you do this. Really, Detective, there's no need to be so dramatic. Who knows? The next prosecutor you work with might be a little more lenient with your salary assessments. No, he's gonna give me some big man. He's gonna be put with Eustace. That's the problem. Oh, really? So, no more instant noodles? I mean, no. What are you saying, sir? I don't care about any of that stuff. I would care. I thought you... Wait, you thought about it, didn't you? If only for a moment. We're busy in here. Come back later. Oh, okay. Oh, this, Wait, now what am I thinking? I was like, have I seen this nurse before? But no. I'm thinking like Insomnium Files where they have only one model for the nurses. Are you my mommy? Gabe, get away from him. Get away from him. Oh, what games did you pre-order? Hey there, is the Prosecutor in? A Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth? Look, pal. Part of we're busy, don't you get? Wait outside and I'll be with you in a bit. Oh, that's no good. That's not good. Your face is as red as a tomato. Red face, gritted teeth. Let's see. Yeah, I said we're busy. Wait, that's it. Stomach cramps, right? No need to worry. It's nothing an injection can't cure. Now roll up your sleeves for me. It won't hurt much. Eek. No, thanks, pal. I'm healthy as can be. And who might you be? Oh, sorry. I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? Star Fox, Splatoon Raiders, and Rhythm Haven. Nice. Gotta hit up Crag soon for Splatoon PNG. Oh, hell yeah. I love Splatoon. Alright, switching back the controller. My arm's getting tired. Screw my thumb. Oh, sorry, I totally forgot to introduce myself, huh? My name's Needler? Needler? Florence Needler? Needler? Am I saying that right? Beat Splatoon last night? Oh my god. You gotta DM me a Splatoon question? Okay. I'm a nurse at Hertz Hospital. Well, nobody hurt here is hurt, so are you sure you have the right room? Yeah, you're Prosecutor Edgeworth, right? Wow, those are some deep furrows in your brow. Are you feeling alright? Suffering from a severe headache? I could give you an injection that'll... I'll be fine, thank you. Could you please just tell us what you're doing here? Huh? Oh, sure. Well, it's like this. I brought somebody to see you. Wait, right here. Or there. I'm sorry. I'll go grab her. Wait. Too late. I wonder who she brought along. She's here from the hospital. Maybe it's a patient? Someone you cut down to size with your trademark rapier wit? And what exactly is that supposed to mean? See? That right there, sir. When you glare at... When you glare... That's a typo. Glare at me like that, I lose the will to live. You don't want to send me to the hospital, do you? Just surely he's exaggerating. After all, that's the look I always give him. Nothing's happened so far. You and 2Q beat it together? That sounds weird? What do you mean? What sounds weird? What sounds weird? Oh, wait, she did survive the fall. Pause. Wait, what? Oh, now I see it. Sorry to keep you fellas waiting. Oh my god, it's you, Prez. Fellas. Fellas. Well, thoughts? Thoughts on what? Do you not recognize this is Kay? You don't recognize me? There is something about her. Something familiar. The truth is literally the worst right now. Kay is literally beaten up. Fell off a building. And he's just like, I don't know who you are. He doesn't see it? No, you wrote 2Q and I beat it together. As in beaten, you beat something. Each other? That was a close one. This had your name on it. I thought just maybe? So you really did put someone in the hospital. Don't be ridiculous, detective. But look, sir, your name is right there on the card. Public Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, plain as day. Be that as it may, I'm sorry, what she's trying to say is, she has amnesia. Amnesia? Does nobody recognize that that's Kay? Edgeworth and Gumshoe, the last two brain cells. What else would it be? Be your meat? I don't know. Yes, at least that's what they tell me. You guys were having another heated rivalry night, weren't you? Her parents must be so worried about her. Ooh. Ooh. I bet they've only been getting around 8 hours of sleep each night. You gotta feel for them. I mean, her parents are right here, Gumshoe and Edgeworth. Do I though? Because that's quite a lot of sleep if you ask me. Oh, tough break. But don't you worry, alright? Since you had his card, that means you really must know Mr. Edgeworth somehow. So just sit back and we'll take it from here, right sir? At the very least, we might be able to help you figure out your identity. Really? Will you? It's going to come down to what you remember, but yes. Now, that's the Mr. Edgeworth I know. Don't worry, miss. You're as good as healed. Let's not get carried away here, detective. I'm a prosecutor, remember? Not a miracle worker. This is literally K. How do you... Edgeworth is literally one brain cell. I'm sorry. I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift like that just yet. That's alright. I wasn't offering it to you anyway. Was it... A mysterious woman brought to the High Prosecutor's officer. I guess so, like, without her hair down, she looks different, but I mean, it's just her face is like immediate. Where do I even start? So do you remember your name, miss? I'm sorry. She's been like this since she came in yesterday. So she's only been in the hospital for a day. No way, that's amazing. How'd you figure it out so fast? How can one person be so emotionally draining? I found her wandering around late last night and brought her in. I wanted to help out, so I went through her stuff to see what I could find. And did you find anything apart from my business card? Nothing with her name or home address. Oh, wait a second. She was wearing this. That's a pretty unique design, right? What? This pin. What the heck? That's a Yatkarasu pin. But does that mean... But it can't be. Hey, is it really you? Kay? Does she look like the nurse? She doesn't look like the nurse to me. Anyway, can we show her this? You like pins, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Not particularly, no. Still, you always seem to have one on you. It's a part of the job, I'm afraid, and this one is also a piece of evidence. Oh, so you carry things you don't like around as a form of willpower training? That's not it at all. It's you, isn't it, Kay? I'm Kay? Come on, Kay. You really don't remember? Look, it's me, Gummy. That's what you always call me. Gummy. Well, you're an adult. That's so rude. I don't really call you that, do I? Oh no, she's too nice. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I feel so guilty now. What the heck happened to you? I've never seen you so polite. Being polite and sensitive is just not... Where's the Kay I know? You're nothing like her. Okay, Gumshoe, calm down. She just lost her memory. Careful, detective. We wouldn't want her to get the wrong impression. You make it sound as if Kay isn't normally a polite or sensitive soul. Not that he's wrong exactly, but... So what kind of person was I before? Well, first of all, your full name is Kay Farade. You're bright and fun and full of energy and, oh yeah, you're a great thief. A great thief. There's a little more to it than that, but yes. Thieves generally steal other people's values from their dressers or vaults and... Steal? But that must be so awful for the people I took things from. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know I was a criminal. Maybe I lost my memory as some sort of punishment. No, that's not what I meant at all. Ugh, I don't think that did her much good, sir. But it sure explains one thing. Look at these gloves. They're just like the kind of person like that would wear. Hey, that outfit. This is what she was wearing when they found her. But we had to get her to change out of it and put on hospital clothes, so that's why I have them. There's something on this part here. Could it have something to do with how Kay lost her memory? I'll send the outfit over to forensics later and see what they could figure out. Please do, detective. Boy, they really are some thiefy clothes, huh? I'm a criminal? You may be a great thief, but you've never committed a crime in your life. Rest assured, you are no criminal, if you say so. Perhaps we better leave it there for now. Memory loss. I'm sorry, I wish I could remember who you are. How do we know each other exactly? Well, that is, how do I put it into words? You're Prosecutor Edgeworth's assistant. I am? So a prosecutor is the head of some sort of great thief network. No, not quite. We last saw Kay 2 days ago. Perhaps we should try to figure out what she's been doing since then. What was the pin? The only item on her person when you received her, Nurse Needler? There were a few other things, but I doubt any of it will be of much use to you. Ma'am, this is an Ace Attorney game. I'll be the judge of that. Could you please show me them to us? Alright then, in no particular order I present. Jammin' Ninja mask? Was she at a show or something? A letter, and it's addressed to Kay. Next, a ticket stub, and finally, a fake flower, the kind people like to spruce up their bathrooms with too. It's a corsage, detective, and they're usually worn by women. And that's that. So, anything useful in there? Kinda hard to tell. Frankly, I'm not really seeing a connection between any of them. Oh. I should take a closer look at each piece later when I have the chance. This is the pin Kay always wears. It's shaped like the mark of the Yatakarasu and a very eye-catching indeed. Can't imagine any thief other than Kay would want to wear it. Don't worry, I'll make sure you get your precious thing back, Rosie. New platform 44728 PM, student $6. Use limited day purchase, non-refundable. There used to be a day where I would bonk you and it wouldn't bankrupt me. Too bad. How do we get Kay's memory back? We can't just let her stay like this forever. Calm down, detective. I have an idea. You do? I knew you'd come to the rescue, sir, so what is it? Look closely at the ticket stub. Oh, it's for the viewing platform at the top of the big building. The big building? You know the place? Everybody knows it, silly. It's the hottest date spot in town. They say if a couple holds hands while they're up there, they'll stay together forever. Teehee. This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified. Oh my god, sorry. You heard that gulp? Sorry. Saving mine to be crowned Alpha Wolf one day. Good luck with that. This is yesterday's date, and the ticket is only valid on the date specified. Unless it's a stub. I mean, she used it, right? I think it's a distinct possibility. Well, shall we go see what we can find? Now? Just like that? The only way to figure out how Kay lost her memory is to retrace her steps. But what about your thing with the committee? It's not for a little while yet. We have time. Great, so can I leave Kay with you? That would be for the best, but you don't mind, do you, Kay? Oh, of course not. Thank you. Alrighty then, back to work I go. If you need anything, feel free to give me a holler at Hertz Hospital, okay? I can come running with a syringe or 3 or whatever you might happen to be. Yes, thank you. I doubt we'll be needing that particular service. Now then, detective, shall we get going? You too, Kay. Yes, sir. Yes, of course. We're just gonna have her walk around hospital gown? Okay. April 5th, big building plaza. So according to this pamphlet, big building's 50 stories high. Dude, can you imagine if she fell 50 stories? That's crazy. It's all offices inside, so the viewing platform up the top is the only part that's open to the public. Here, this one's for you, sir. They were handing them out for free in the ticket area. How very kind of you, detective. Alright, I think it's time we headed inside. Look out, the big building. It's about to fall. Viewing platform. It's tree stand. Okay. It's about to fall. What? We gotta do something. No, please, I'm begging you, stop. Ugh, it's no good. Without fresh milk, my thoughts just aren't getting through to him. What's happening here? What's going on with the building? Just stay calm and talk to me, kid. Cut. I'm so sorry. We're shooting a movie, so could you, yes. I thought as much. Forgive our intrusion. We'll get out of your way. Detective, where's the cameras if they're shooting a movie? Hello, Trike. Sorry. Really had me there for a second. Yeah, whatevs. Hey, director guy. Can we take 5? I can't work under these conditions. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, gosh. So they stopped the building from falling down? That's good. What if like they were like, the planes are coming? I wish they had time to explain, but maybe later. Come along, you two. Let's make ourselves scarce. Oh, there's 2 buildings. What if there's 2 big buildings? April 5th, 2:18 p.m. Big building viewing platform. 3. And cotton candy. Whoa, get a load of that view. Feel the sun on your face. Eek, the wind is very strong up here. That's okay. You just stand behind me or Mr. Edgeworth there. We're both more big. We're both. What if the buildings were similar? Twins, you might say? We're both more than big enough to keep the breeze away. Speak for yourself. Well, okay. Does this place bring back any memories? I'm not sure. Have I really been here before? Perhaps simply encourage her to talk will help. Okay, please. Any thoughts or feelings that come to mind might be a clue we can use. Alright, I don't know if this will be of any help at all, but... Oh, okay, okay. What I remember. I still can't be sure if I've even been here before. It's so high up and the wind is so strong. It's terrifying. I don't remember. I just don't remember anything. It's no good. I'm so sorry. No dice, huh? I'm sorry. I feel so useless. I know I'm supposed to have all these memories, but I just can't remember. You have amnesia, Kay. Don't be so hard on yourself. Listen, sir, maybe just this once. Try not to be so intimidating, okay? Or, at the very least, don't use your trademark glare on her. Nobody asked for your opinion, detective. Just gonna press her.
Hold it!
Well, this ticket stub says otherwise, but I don't remember. I don't remember coming here at all. I can't even imagine wanting to come here. So high up, the wind is so strong.
Hold it!
Okay, I used to love places like this though. But am I really her? I feel dizzy just taking a look around. I don't even think anyone should be allowed up here. What if an old person fell? Or a child? It doesn't bear thinking about it. There's a fence all around us, and it's plenty high. There's really no need to worry. If you say so.
Hold it!
If nothing is coming to mind, then just take a look around. You recognize anything? Anything at all? Let's see. Ah, cherry blossoms. Go on. I was standing under the cherry tree. Yes, I was trying to stay out of the rain. It was raining. I remember now. And there was a red something. So it was raining. She was underneath the cherry tree. She saw something red from where she stood. But what? Was it something I said? No, but if you could add that to your testimony, we can explore it further. But from under the cherry tree, I think I saw something red.
Hold it!
Is something red? Can you tell me any more about it? I'm not sure. It was just a red thing. That's all I can say. What can we see nearby that's red? Was it the concession stand over there, perhaps? A stand? A red concession stand? Yes, I think it was. Somebody was walking towards me from beyond it. And then what happened? Then, I'm sorry. That's alright. If you could just add what you've told us to your testimony. But there was someone walking towards me from beyond the concession stand. The stand in question is the one behind you, correct? That's right. I remember the red color. And the person walking towards me from beyond it. I saw it from all under the cherry tree. Tell me something. This person you keep mentioning. Could you not see their face? Or did you simply not know who they were? I'm sorry. I'm just not sure. So all we have to go on is a person walking towards her from beyond the concession stand. And the fact that she saw this from beneath the cherry tree. It's no good, I'm sorry.
Hold it!
It doesn't have to be related to how you lost your memory, but if anything floats up at all, just say it. Really? Well, let's see. Oh, cotton candy from the stand there. I don't know why, but it just came to me. If you're hungry, you only have to say, you want cotton candy? You got it. My treat. Thank you. It would make my day. I have to get something out of her somehow. Maybe if I pressed her a little, I can shake something loose.
Hold it!
Red color? Probably maybe Jammin' Ninja? From beyond the concession stand. Hello, Trey. I'm good. How are you? Somebody. I want to say the Jammin' Ninja, or it's the building plan pamphlet. Because I just don't know what the... But it has red on it, but it's not prominently red.
Objection!
Okay, it's not this. I'm afraid there's a contradiction in your testimony. Okay, so it's definitely the map. Is it because I can't remember anything? Even still, I just can't see how that piece of evidence is related to anything. Ugh, neither can I. Are you okay, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm fine, Kay. You needn't worry about me. We'll get your memories back, I promise. Okay, so I think... It might be this?
Objection!
Okay, that's what I thought. I think it might be like the way she, the perspective is wrong, I think. So, I think that's what it is. Finally free from your toxic work schedule? Oh no. But I'm good. Well, that's good. Finally free from it. You say that you saw someone over there, beyond the stand, and that they were walking toward you? Yes, I can see them getting closer. Are you sure it wasn't a ghost? No, it was a person. I'm sure of it. But from where you were standing, anyone you saw on the other side of the concession stand would have been floating in midair, hundreds of feet above the ground. Okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't sure at first, but okay, that makes sense. So how on earth can it have been a person? Eek. 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 I'm not lying, I promise. Somebody read the stand. Somebody read, and they were on the other side. They were walking towards me, getting closer and closer, and then they... Oh. Hey, what's the matter? You're alright, we're here. Whatever it is, it can't hurt you. I was pushed and I fell. By a person in a red raincoat. From the first episode of this game. A person in a red raincoat who could walk on air? And who supposedly pushed her off the building? None of this makes any sense. Not the least of which, nobody could fall from this height and survive. That's what I'm saying. Kay's recollections. Kay remembers a person coming from beyond the concession stand and pushing her off the building. Attention everyone, please stay right where you are. What's wrong, officer? I'm Detective Gumshoe. Mind filling me in? Yes, sir. A body has been discovered here in this building. Knew it was gonna happen. Murder. So who died? We don't know, actually. We're gonna find out now. Body's been discovered here in this building, sir. A body? Whose body exactly? Not sure. We're still working on it, but what we do know is that the victim is a young woman. And that her name is Kay. Well, what the blazing? Hold on. Kay's right there. That's not Kay. Who the heck is that? April 5th, 2:36 p.m. Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. God, words. What? Wait, this room. Officer, isn't this? Yes, sir. This is the trial chamber, the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence. So it's here now? I knew that they moved it out of the prosecutor's building. For plot relevance, they moved it into the big building. Eventually you'll play this. It's pretty fun. I think they did a really good job with the remake. My god, that looks kind of like Mia Fey on the table there, but I don't know who that is. I had no idea that they'd come here. Big building pamphlet data updated. Contains a cross-section of the building. Oh. But they updated with the... Oh, 54 committee chamber, okay. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, Kay too. How are you all doing? Is Kay feeling any better? We heard there was some kind of incident. I'm sorry. Who might this be? This is my grandma. Hold on one sec. Name's Hilda Hertz, Sonny. And who the heck might you be? It's a pleasure to meet you. Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth at your service. Why is your grandma with you? Nurse Needler, your grandmother's name Hertz. Is she? Yep, she's the director of the Hertz Hospital. This old woman. What? Old what were you gonna call her, Edgeworth? Woman is the head of a hospital? Oh, don't you old foggy me, you dang reprobate. How did she do that? Whoa, sounds like you're kind of a big deal, ma'am. Well, that's not true. Not wrong at all. Oh, him? He's the one looking after the girl. The one with amnesia. Seems Dr. Hertz is a bit of an introvert. Want me to fix those brow furrows of yours, Sonny? I like this old lady. Oh, there's no fixing those, ma'am. They're downright incurable. What? You sure you want me to say that, Grandma? Well, alright then. Now, I don't get a dang thing more to say to none of y'all. You go on about your business, you hear? As long as that business don't involve messing with the deceased body, I got work to do. Wait, please, not a dang thing, I tell you. Hey, you can't talk to us like that. What gives you the right, huh, pal? Oh. Oh, didn't I mention Grandma is also a coroner? And she's in charge of this case, which means- ouch! The abuse. She slaps her bun, and she slaps her in the head with her stick. Or her cane. Which means exactly that. What do you mean? Exactly what? How am I supposed to know? She said not me. I can't with her smacking the bun. It's like I'm trapped in a comedy routine I can't escape. Well, we've got a body to be looking at. Catch you later, gang, and take care. What the heck is their deal? What does it matter? As long as we have permission to investigate? What does it matter? It matters a bunch, sir. What will you do now, Mr. Edgeworth? Examine the scene of the crime, of course. What kind of prosecutor would I be if I didn't? I thought she was a nurse to the old lady. That's what it looks like. Alright, let's get to work. That person over there is called K, right? Surely that means I can't be the K you know. That's what we're looking to figure out. But don't worry. You're the K we know. I'm certain of it. Thanks. A K who lost her memory and a victim who shares her name. Both meeting their respective fates here at the big building. No doubt this case will be the key to restoring our K's memories. I'd stake my life on it. Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence Chamber. Okay. I got us my gumshoe. Okay, yes, sir. Let's present some stuff to you. I don't know what I'd do if you weren't a prosecutor anymore, sir. Now's not the time to be thinking about such things, detective. Sir, the committee has it out for you. Even though you never did anything wrong, it's not fair. I mean, apart from being, you know, a little hard to love and all. You're not exactly easy to love yourself when you make comments like that. Damn. Kay absolutely treasures that thing. She always has it pinned to her scarf. And yet, she remembered nothing when we showed it to her. I know, I'm so used to the bright, upbeat Kay. I don't know what to do with this new one. Just be yourself, detective. It's the best thing you can do for her right now. You're right. Okay, one big dose of Gummy's classic bungling and bluster coming right up. So he's aware that he's a serial bungler? What is that? Oh, okay. Good one, Mr. Edgeworth, I think. You weren't showing me that for a reason, were you? Wouldn't know the first thing about it. And yet, that doesn't seem to bother you at all. Letters mean stamps, and stamps mean stamp collecting. I didn't know you had any interest in the pursuit, detective. I like to keep a close eye on all the letters I receive, sir. Then, when I spot one without a postmark, that's when I pounce. At least that way you don't reuse them. Who, me? Come on, sir. I'm a servant of the law. Then why don't I believe you? Okay, nothing. Okay, nothing. I wonder where Kay left all her memories. Maybe someone's turned them into a lost and found. Or maybe one of the guards has found them. Are you being serious, detective? No, sir. It's driving me crazy not being able to do anything, you know? I feel so bad for her. And perhaps you should be concentrating your efforts on this investigation. It's the one thing either of us can do for her right now. Yes, sir. You said it, sir. Notice anything? Can't believe a murder just dropped into our laps like this. It really comes out of nowhere. Gotta admit, I'm not much good with surprises. My mind just goes kind of blank, you know? So if you're asking what I've noticed so far, the answer is diddly squat. Well, at least you didn't beat around the bush. That shows intelligence of a sort. What? Was that a compliment, sir? I am so honored. My first ever compliment from Mr. Edgeworth. I'll remember those words as long as I live. Thanks for making it awkward to burst your bubble now, detective. Big building. Who knew the committee was right below the viewing platform? Saved ourselves a walk though, huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, I was checking out the pamphlet again and spotted a blurb about the committee. It's in this side column. Big building, little burns. Let's see here. Oh, the 50th floor is the trial chamber of the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence. It's where puffed up prosecutors are called to get the deflating of their lives and a souvenir X title. So go on up to see faces so sad they make beach blobfish look happy. Wow. I don't have a face sadder than a beach blobfish. No, that was the column. I was reading what it says, sir. Okay. So we got a living K over here, and a not-so-living K. Messed up gumshoe. We got a living K over here, and a not-so-living one over there. Why are they both called K? Just can't be a coincidence, right? No, but we need to examine the body if we're to find out more. Now, how are we supposed to do that when Madame Pom-Pom won't let us near it? She's simply doing her job, detective. We need to patiently wait our turn. Ugh, fine. In the meantime, maybe I can share a little theory of mine? Hope you don't mind. See, I keep hearing about this cloning stuff they can do nowadays. What if somebody made a copy of K? That would explain this whole mess, right? Let's take a look around the room while the coroner finishes up her examination of the body. I've never been ignored so hard in my life. Okay. I can talk to Kay. Yes? Can I help you with something? I remember the person in the red raincoat. That much I'm pretty sure of. But were they really coming towards you from beyond the concession stand? Yes, they were walking right toward me. I have proof, of course I do. I remember they had legs. But there's nothing out there beyond the stand. How could they have been walking on thin air? I don't know. Maybe they were a ghost? A ghost. I'm sorry, Kay, but ghosts don't exist. They are the very antithesis of science. And this? It's one of those contradiction things, huh? I'm sorry. I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift. Okay. Sorry, I wasn't offering it to you anyway. I was carrying this, wasn't I? I'm sorry, I don't remember anything about it. Nothing at all? Even the tiniest clue could help. Alright, let's see. Ah! I think I might have just grabbed it on reflex when whatever happened to me happened. There's a saying, right? A falling person will clutch at straws. What's the matter? You're making a strange face. I don't want to dissuade you from trying, but please, I need you to think a little more before you speak. I understand. I was carrying this, wasn't I? I'm sorry, I don't remember anything about it. Okay. Not gonna say anything. Okay. Is anything? This is quite the room. The big wooden box is full of books, the big person carved out of stone, the sparkly window. It seems you've even forgotten the names of some everyday objects. Let me try to jog your memory, Kay. Repeat after me. Bookshelves. Books. L's? Stained glass. Stolen glassware? This reminds me of like the video where he's like, what is this called? A casket. A coffin. You know the video I'm talking about? What is this? A manor. A mansion. Law books. Law breaker. Got a statue. Got this snatch too. Is it just me, or all her mistakes pointing in a certain direction? You were loudly claiming to be my assistant just the other day, Kay. You really not remember anything? Does nothing about me come to mind at all? Oh, maybe I do remember one thing. I remember being on the viewing platform up at the roof. Yes? And you were pointing your finger at me. Go on. And asking me questions with a scary look on your face. That was only a few minutes ago. Wow, poor kid. Literally her only memory is of you trying to catch her in a contradiction, sir. I'd be scared too. I might have even just given up right then and there. Yeah, that'd be the end of me for sure. If you think that's scary, detective, just you wait. You must remember Detective Gumshoe, Kay. You and he were very close. Yeah. Oh. Don't I remind you of anything? Remind me of? Wait, I do remember something. I remember Mr. Edgeworth scolding you. And not just once, hundreds of times. That's no memory, kid. That's just the joy of day-to-day life together. Isn't that right, Mr. Edgeworth? Joy, is it? I must not be doing a good enough job reprimanding you then. I'll just have to try harder next time. Leave him alone. An enormous circular desk with seating for 11. It always reminds me of a certain legend. I know the one, sir. The Knights of the, Round Table, right? Whoops. Guess that wasn't it. The newts of the brown table? The knives of the brown stable? Further and further from the mark, but I'll refrain from rubbing his nose in it for now. Can't be easy reading books that size, or lifting them for that matter. And the committee only just moved. It must have been quite the undertaking. Hauling stuff around is kind of my forte. It should have given me a call. Well, if we run into the chairman, I'll be sure to ask if there's more heavy lifting to be done. Ugh, I was joking, sir. Can't be carrying stuff up 50 flights of stairs. I have a real job to do. Was joking too, detective. But why were you planning on taking the stairs? Nice, neatly arranged bookshelves stretching off into the distance. Quite a pleasing sight, don't you think? Sure is. There's not a speck of dust on any of them. Reminds me of my special method for cleaning your office, sir. Sweep, then vacuum, then wipe it all down twice, and then on goes the floor wax, and then, if only you approach your actual job with the same level of vigor. It's a statue of the goddess of justice. You sure know your stuff, sir. So, does she dole out blessings or what? She's not that kind of goddess, detective. She's a symbol of the sanctity of the law. The scales represent justice, the sword, retribution, and the blindfold shows her impartiality. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. There's a pool of blood here at the foot of the statue. Judging by the amount and how it has spread, I'd say this is where the victim was killed. But the blood's on that table behind us, sir. How come the body's on that table? I'm stupid. I can only surmise the killer must have moved it for some reason after committing the murder. Whoa, this is one big statue. But what's it even for? The goddess of justice stands in judgment of the committee's proceedings against corrupt prosecutors. And if I'm not very much mistaken, it's Paul Halleck, like antique, Halleck, original? You mean the victim from the IS-7 incident, sir? Mr. Artie Frost? No matter how murky his name or morals were, there's no denying his skill. This is genuine work of art. I heard someplace that a lot of good artists are either geniuses or eccentrics. Which do you think he was? I don't know about Halleck, but Larry's definitely an eccentric. Always thinking about Larry. It's a lot of books, sir. It's kind of intimidating if you ask me. Intimidating? What could be more welcoming than a good book, detective? Guess that depends. I got the chewing out of my life in a library back in the day for running laps inside it. And this isn't but this isn't really a library, is it? So maybe I can jog around a little, work off some of the anxiety. Something tells me that if I don't stop him, he might very well start running around and around. Let him run. Let him be free and run. Officer, tell me about the security arrangements for this room. Yes, sir. You need a special key card to enter, sir. Interesting. So not just anybody can enter. A security key card is needed to enter the committee chamber. In which case, the person who discovered the body would have been, yes, sir, a member of the committee. They found it when they arrived for today's hearing. A hearing? My hearing, which would be underway right now if it wasn't for this. Sorry to intrude. Here she is. Who are... Huh? What's that, Grandma? I know that voice anywhere. That's Von Karma's little girl. Oh, so you two know each other? It's been too long, Grandma Hertz. And you as well, Miles Edgeworth. What's she doing here? Franziska Von Karma. She's the daughter of Manfred Von Karma and a prosecutor like myself. These days she's mainly been working with Interpol, though I thought she was supposed to be abroad, man. Don't look so surprised. Where my investigations lead, I follow, no matter where in the world that might be. Which means that there must be some kind of international angle to this case, yes. You know full well that I've been pursuing a certain smuggling ring. And that I won't rest until it's been destroyed and its ill-gotten goods recovered. So the smuggling ring is involved then. That information is to be shared on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. I see. She means to be as helpful as ever. Miss Von Karma, was it? Grandma wants to tell you something. I'm about done here. The scene's all yours. In that case, we'd like to examine the body ourselves too, if you wouldn't mind. I mind plenty. I remember where I heard about you now, ya dang barman. Don't need no soon-to-be ex-prosecutor messing the place up. Go on, get. Just remember it's not me saying this stuff, okay? But please, Granny, it's important. Who you calling a granny, little missy? Eek. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. This is going nowhere. I didn't want to have to do this, but... Franziska, I need you to add us to this investigation. We have to see that body up close, or we'll never learn the truth about what happened to Kay. As in Kay Farade? Please, you gotta help us out here. Kay needs us. I don't know what you're up to, but very well. Thank you. You won't regret it. Of course, I expect to receive a full explanation when I grill you later. We owe you, sir. Big time. I wasn't talking to you, Scruffy. Oh, Grandma Hertz, will you allow them to examine the body? I ain't about to say no to an international big shot like yourself, hun. But are you sure about this? Yeah, I agree with Grandma. Are you sure? Are you sure you're sure? Of course I'm sure. It's my prerogative to judge the whole world, and it's in my name. That's just common sense. Of the extreme arrogant sort of, perhaps. Suit yourself, but don't say I didn't warn you. Well, you heard her. Try not to get fired, okay? Don't worry. It'll take a lot more than this to ruin my reputation should things turn sour. Unlike me, who's on the verge of losing my badge. Notice anything? Didn't take long for Miss Von Karma to start waving her whip around, huh? I tried keeping my distance, but she's too quick. I can't get out of the way in time. I wouldn't bother, Detective. Sometimes, the more you try to move away, the more whip seems to find its mark. Yeah, it's enough to make you want to give up altogether. I should know. I've been smacked around by Miss Von Karma at least as much as you, sir. Good for you. Okay. Maybe it's just because they're calling her Kay, but the victim is even starting to look like her to me. You're imagining similarities because of the name, Detective. Don't allow it to mold your perceptions. Mold them? Ugh, yeah, wouldn't want that. Nobody wants their perceptions getting all, what, fusty? 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 Never heard that word. 1 minute it's multi-perception, next it's dusty thinking, damp assumptions, you name it. You're imagining similarities because of the word, Detective. Don't allow it to mold your perceptions. Yeah, sir. Alright then. We got permission to investigate the scene, so let's see what we can figure out once we've molded things over. I think you mean mold? You're imagining similarities because of the word, Detective. Don't allow it to mold your perceptions. If things had gone as they were meant to be, I'd be standing at this podium right now. Yeah, I guess so, huh? Glad the hearing got delayed, but I wish it wasn't because someone died. Although it would have been much harder to investigate had my badge been taken away. Very true. The best thing I can do right now for all parties involved is to get the truth behind this incident. How is the investigation going, officer? Great, sir. To tell you the truth, I've forgotten all about work and decided to focus on daydreaming. They say if you think in pictures instead of words, it's really good for the right side of your brain, so that will be quite enough. That's too good. Yes, what is it? I'd like you to take a look at this, Francisca. Fine. What am I looking at? My prosecutor's badge? And I just wanted to show it to you, that's all. Ugh. Ah, good. So you do still feel pain. And what's that supposed to mean? I just wanted to make sure you hadn't foolishly gone and lost all brain function yet. Miles Edgeworth, you might have plenty of time on your hands, but I'm a busy woman. I don't have time to look over every piece of garbage you thrust in front of thrust in front of me. Now put it away and consider the evidence in your possession more carefully before bothering me again. She's every bit as unforgiving as ever, I see. Okay, she doesn't care about any of this, but I just want to see if she does. It's okay Friday's lost her memory. How could you let that happen, you fool? I unfortunately have no good answer for that. Excuse me, but it's not Mr. Edgeworth's fault. How are you walking around? You're covered in, covered from head to toe in bandages. Oh, thank you for your concern. But I'm fine, honest. You're really not yourself, are you? I didn't even say anything worth thanking me for. Miles Edgeworth, you better get her memory back, ASAP, or you'll be sorry. I could have just said with your words that you're worried about her, you know. Notice anything? A murder in the trial chamber of the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence. This is serious. I did you the favor of allowing you to investigate, brother. I'll be expecting results. And you'll get them. Would I still be here if I didn't think I could deliver? Come to think of it. Why were you here in the first place? So she doesn't know I was summoned before the committee. That's a long story. Longer than the nighttime and deeper than the sea. How about we save Mr. Edgeworth the trouble and I'll tell it to you myself? On second thought, I don't care why you're here. What's important is that we solve the case in front of us. Agreed. Wholeheartedly. Wait, but you were the one who asked for it in the first place, sir? What's that again? Whip first, think later? Why can't you make it the other way around for me? What are you doing here, Francisca? I thought you were working abroad or on something with Interpol. Wouldn't you like to know? That's top secret, and I have neither the need nor the obligation to tell you. I thought she'd say as much. Anyway, never mind that. Where's the prosecutor in charge of this case? Not that I know who's been assigned, but I was hoping they'd take care of the legwork for me. It's probably Eustace. Yet they haven't even bothered to show up. What in the world could they be doing? Ouch! I'm not the prosecutor's keeper, sir. It's hardly fair to whip someone who don't deserve it, Francisco. What use is a whip if you don't use it, And who better to use it on than anybody who isn't giving 110%? I may not know who's been assigned yet, either, but I 110% feel for them already. Dude, I so hope it's Eustace, because it would be so funny to see the two of them fucking interact with each other, Francisca and him. I couldn't help but notice that you seem to be acquainted with Dr. Hertz. Very astute of you, Miles Edgeworth. Yes, I know her. Once upon a time never mind. She doesn't seem keen to talk about it. Perhaps I'd better leave it for now. What happened, sir? What happened once upon a time? You can't not tell us now. Ouch. Only a foolish fool foolishly prides into another person's business. So hold your tongue, Scruffy, or you'll get more than a mere tongue lashing. It's a bit late for that. Spare the whip, spoil a child. A whip in time saves 9. Didn't you go to school, you whipless wanderer? Eek. Yes, it seems that leaving it alone was the right choice after all. Okay. You pesky kids want something. That's a prosecutor's badge, right? I've seen a few of them, but ouch! Quit flashing that badge around in front of me, you no-good soon-to-be ex-prosecutor. If you like the dang thing so much, maybe you should have tried harder to keep it. It's not the badge I care about. I have more important things to protect. I even need to ask Grandma to know what she'd say to that. Getting wrapped up in some long thing's the only way for it sometime. Thank you for such therapeutic advice. I'll bear it in mind. I'm so glad we found you so quickly. That Kay would have been lost without her dear old dad. I am not her father. I'm simply to go. Gumshoe and Edgeworth are her dads. Canon. I'm simply an acquaintance. Really? Then why did she have your business card? How many children do you know walk around with their parents' business cards in their pockets? I have grandma's. That way, I can be sure. Ouch! Who gives a hoot if you were the girl's father? You took her in. You dang well better look after her. I fully intend to. You needn't worry about that. Kay is safe with me. Never mind. Whatever the heck that is. Come here and give me a look at your ruffles, son. I don't need your opinion on my outfit, Dr. Hertz. I need your opinion on this piece of evidence. Ain't interested. I gotta say, I'm not really interested either. Maybe I'll have better luck with something else. Dr. Hertz. Nurse Needler. Could you tell me a little more about your relationship with Dr. Hertz? Sure, let's see. Well, I lived with her since I was little. If I got lost while I was out playing, she'd come looking for me till the sun went down. If I fell over and grazed my knee, she'd watch over me till I found the strength to pick myself up. That's quite the heartwarming tale. Very classic grandmother-grandchild relationship. Once I became a nurse, if I stuck a needle in the wrong place, she'd say, "Not there, you bonehead, there." And then she'd put it right out and ouch. Youch. I felt that, pal. Can we stop talking about needles now? Anyway, so yeah, I can do any kind of nursing thing I need for Grandma now. Thank you. That was a very thorough answer indeed. Even if the story didn't end on a heartwarming note, it's nice that they share such a close bond, I suppose. Examining the body. Must be the best coroner in town, Dr. Hertz. I'll bet you can spot a cause of death in seconds and get it right every time, huh? What do you know about coroner, you big galoot? You don't know the first dang thing. Ouch. You'll have to forget the detective, Dr. Hertz. I'll make sure he learns not to say such presumptuous things. Huh, as if I care. You shut your pie hole and listen, Mr. Smarty Pants. Spotting a cause of death correctly in seconds is my bread and butter. Which is why the one thing that gets my goat worse than anything is folks getting in my danged way. I think that's all she wanted to say. Satisfied? Absolutely. Thank you very much. All we want to do is to examine the body for clues. We'll do our best to stay out of your way. I imagine it's because of how serious she takes her work that she reacts so colorfully to us. Hertz Hospital is the finest medical institution in the land. It would have to be with Grandma in charge. How about it? You look like you could use some R&R. You sure do. You sure do, and you're in luck. We got us an empty suite or two with fancy hot tubs and all right now. Thank you, but as you can see, we're in perfectly fine health. We won't be needing a room at the hospital. Yep. Fit as a fiddle and strong as oxes. That's our motto, right, sir? Since when? It may be yours, detective, but I'd like to think I have a little more going for me than that. That doesn't matter. Hertz Hospital welcomes the hale and hearty too. And our healthy, so what? Stay anyway. Campaign is in full swing and going great. Not sick or injured? That's nice. Your room is half the price. Nothing on earth could convince me to spend a night in the hospital for pleasure. This is one-time offer, you know. So how about it? Come stay at the happiest hospital in town. A hot tub does sound pretty good. And half price? This might be too good to miss. Seriously, detective? Well, one thing's for certain. This isn't Kay. She doesn't even look like her. I think we knew that already, Detective. Our Kay's standing right over there, after all. The victim looks to be in her 30s. She's wearing a white suit. Could be she worked in one of the offices here in the building. Perhaps, but for now, she remains unidentified. The question is, why did the police seem to think her name was Kay? I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Okay, well, right there, that's why. She looks kind of like Mia. You think this could be the murder weapon? Three-armed candelabrum. The victim suffered the same number of puncture wounds to the chest. Puncture wounds that could well have been made by these spikes. A candle album? Not quite, Detective. A candelabrum, a candle holder, in other words. Ah, I gotcha. That reminds me. I forgot to pay my electricity bill once a while back and had to live by candlelight for a whole month. Who does that in this day and age? A three-armed candle holder that may have been the murder weapon. Wonderful. Yeah, Mia Fey. Judging by the wounds. Can we... Oh, we can. The base is very unique shape. If it were removed from a dusty shelf or something, it would be immediately obvious what had been standing there. Bloody. The prongs of each arm is covered in blood. The spacing matches that of the wounds in the victim's chest. Isn't this really the murder weapon? There seems to be a lot more blood going on than... I don't know. That on her hand. Seems she suffered a serious burn to her hand at some point. You think it's something to do with how she died? No, the scar is too old for that. I would imagine it happened some time ago. She's holding something. Detective, could you open her hand for me? Yes, sir, right away. What is that? Wait, I know. It's a loyalty card, probably from the store. Ouch! It's a key card. Ugh. Why, sir, why? The question we should be asking is, what does it open? Key card carried by the victim. What was it used for? I know. A pure white jacket with a deep red stain in its lapel. This jacket, the buttons are on the wearer's right-hand side. What's so weird about that? Buttons always go on the right, no? Not on women's clothes. Traditionally, the buttons would go on the left. Like I always say, sir, you should know your stuff. This is common knowledge, Detective. I didn't know that. Nothing else seems amiss. Wait, what is this in the pocket? A pair of gloves. Also white. They don't seem to be soiled in any way. I imagine they must have belonged to the victim. This book? What the? It's Kay's promise notebook. It's where she wrote down all the promises she made to her dad. Haven't seen this in a while. Indeed. Promise one, never take things from a stranger, never go anywhere with a stranger. Book of vows made by a child to her father. Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. But what exactly is it doing here? Oh, I just remembered something Detective Bad told me a few years back. He said something precious to Kay had disappeared from the station. What? Evidence went missing from the police custody? Detective Bad said he looked for it everywhere, but no dice. What could this mean? And why did it turn up here of all places? You there. What do we know about this notebook, officer? The victim was holding it when they found her, sir. It was the only thing with any kind of name on it at the time, so that's how she became Kay. Talk about a red herring. It still doesn't explain how she ended up with it, though. If only we had a few more leads of the victim's true identity. There's something pinned to the jacket here. A piece of magenta fabric. Whatever it was, it looks like it was torn off pretty roughly. It doesn't look as if there's anything in the chest pocket. Nothing except this hole right here. By the look of how the fabric was torn, I think it was pierced by something sharp. can't keep your coins in there now. They'll all fall right out. You never heard of a change purse, Detective? I sure have, sir. It's another word for a pocket, right? I give up. The victim's hair is caked with blood. Looks like she was hit with something, huh? Unfortunately, it's too early to say for certain. Perhaps an answer will turn up as we investigate further. I mean, I'm saying that's where Mia Fey died. She got hit on the head. But the order of events wouldn't be right, so I don't know who this body is. I would imagine that the victim's keycard probably grants access to this room, wouldn't you? Let me go find out, sir. I'm back. I found some details on the keycard of the security system. It's for this room, just like you said. The victim was able to enter and exit this chamber freely. Assuming that the keycard actually belonged to her, yes. Indeed. Keycard that grants entry to the committee chamber. Okay.
Eureka!
Judging by its appearance, I'd say that the flower Kay was carrying originally belonged to the victim. Yeah, now that you mention it, it does look like it's made out of the same fabric. Indeed, let's make a closer comparison. Torn edges match up exactly. You've got one heck of an eye, sir. A magenta flower made of fabric that is usually worn in the chest as decoration, torn in the victim's clothes. If the flower belonged to the victim, this implies a connection between the victim and Kay Faraday. Furthermore, it appears that the flower was torn off with considerable force. Kay Faraday was involved in the incident somehow, and based on what we're seeing here, we may have no choice but to treat her as our main suspect. What? But there's no way she could have done this. I can't even begin to imagine that there isn't a murderous bone in her body. Nevertheless, we lack the evidence to disprove such an assertion. For the moment, we're simply considering all the possibilities. Isn't that right, Miles Edgeworth? For better or worse, yes. It seems we're no closer to discovering the identity of our victim. Then, am I really Kay? Can you really be sure? Of course we're sure. What are you talking about? Thank you. And that person lying there is someone you may have murdered. But that's all we can say for now. No, there's no way she did it. Isn't that right, sir? Indeed. I don't believe the Kay we know could have done something like this. You're becoming a real softie, Miles Edgeworth. Well, look at who it is again. Is it... Ugh. I know that voice? Oh no. Is it Eustace? Fuck! With a winning smile and the #1 name in business, it is I. Prosecutor Eustace. You know what? No, this is what I wanted. Remember, I said I wanted this because I wanted Francisca to meet him. Oh, I can't wait. I hope. Oh, and this, yeah, there she is. Please forgive the intrusion. Step away from that body, Edgeworth. I didn't call for you, and I don't need you. This case is mine. It's what the victim would have wanted. You knew the victim? So it really is her. But be not afraid, everyone, for the goddess of justice will guide us to the truth. She sure will. Now that I'm here, everything is going to be alright. Whoever did this will live to regret it. I'll show them- Yes! Yes! I was like, I hope she whips him. I hope. Miles Edgeworth, who is this imbecile? This is everything I wanted. Why am I getting the death glare? I've got nothing to do with it. This is everything I wanted. Francesca von Karma, I presume. My apologies, I should have introduced myself sooner. Verity Gavel, at your service. And the deceased in this case is Rosie Ringer, attorney at law, and a member of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. I see. That would explain the key card. So you're the lead prosecutor. Yep, which means this case will be solved in— You didn't tell me your name yet, little boy. If you want to know my name, all you have to do is— Ow! This is everything I wanted. I'm so glad. I'm so glad they met. Stop blabbling and tell me now. It's Eustace. Eustace Winner. I think we've established where the balance of power lies in this particular— Yes! Mr. Guy in charge? Here, this is from Grandma. What's this? Oh, the preliminary findings. Looks like it's game over for you, Edgeworth. This isn't a game, Mr. Winner. Alright, that's me done. See you next stiff. Yeah, home time. I could murder a bowl of noodles right about now. What'd you say about murder? We're out of here, everybody. Stay healthy. Let's see. So the wound on her head is from when she fell over after she died. Eustace. It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died. Sometime late last night. What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everybody, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. No, that would be a tragedy. Anyway, that settles it. We need to arrest Kay Faraday. What? What the heck are you talking about? I think Eustace's meaning was very clear. Miss Faraday is the murderer. And though she is dressed differently than usual, this young lady covered in bandages is Miss Faraday herself, correct? You really mean to arrest her here and now? If you do, then I'll be forced to object, loudly and forcefully. He deserves it, yeah he does. As if further confirmation were needed. There it is. The committee was right to call your conduct into question. It is questionable in the extreme. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, just go. It's fine. Fine? This is anything but fine, Kay. I still don't remember anything. So, maybe I did do it. Maybe I killed that poor woman and I just don't remember. The goddess smiles on those who confess their sins. It is her wish that our confessions cleanse us. She applauds your commitment to the cause of justice, as do I. Gavel, you're bad at your job. Judge Gavel, Eustace, if you really intend to arrest Kay, could you at least explain your grounds for doing so? I, for one, certainly don't intend to yield. Not until I've seen some evidence to support your accusations. Then allow me, prepared to be hit with a face full of deductive genius Edgeworth. Why I think Kay did it. I don't know why, it's really funny when it's why I think this person did it. They call it the human race because somebody has to win it, and that somebody's me. Okay, Eustace would. Nobody fucking asked. I won this race too. I saw it before anybody else did. Kay Faraday is the murderer, no doubt about it. You literally... She snuck into the committee chamber looking to do some of her trademark great thieving, which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. Deductive genius? That was a total mess. And a Detective Gumshoe was saying that? You know it must be bad. I asked you to explain your grounds for arresting Kay, yet you've explained exactly nothing. True, but we haven't seen any proof of her innocence either. It's alright, Kay. Mr. Edgeworth will pull off a miracle somehow. You gotta believe in him. My deductions aren't acts of divine intervention, you know. Well, Miles Edgeworth, I'd hate for you to disappoint me. But in the event that you do, I will be sure to freely let you know. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go peace, girl. No peace. I'm so glad that Eustace and Francesca have finally met. I also want a snack. I got yogurt. But it's like yogurt where you get like the crunchy bits in it. I said the crunchy bits, but I mean like granola. That's what I meant. Okay. Let's press this guy. Oh.
Hold it!
There are two major flaws in the statement you just made. Sorry. Oh, but flaws in the statement of mine? I don't make mistakes. Literally impossible. Okay. And that's a third flaw right there. You're just trying to confuse me. It's a cheap tactic even for you. Well, it won't work because I'm the world champion of not getting confused, so there. I won this race too, I saw before anybody else did.
Hold it!
Oh my god. Would you mind explaining the grounds for your accusation in a little more detail? Well, if you insist. Prepare to be wowed, Edgeworth. I figured it out all before anybody else even had the chance. Before I even saw the scene. No, before I even heard about the case. I knew it right away. She did it. She's the murderer. It can't be anybody else. Eek! Your grounds. Yeah, sorry. I was just getting to that.
Hold it!
Oh, really? And what was it she was trying to steal? Well, a file, a very particular file, one pertaining to your professional conduct, in fact, Mr. Edgeworth. And you can prove that she needed this file badly enough to steal it? Oh, there'll be no need to go into that. Will there, Mr. Prosecutor? No, that, won't be necessary. What? Please, Mr. Winter, continue. Which means that nobody but her could have killed Rosie Ringer. And you have proof that it could only have been Kay who committed the murder? Nope. Nope. Might I suggest you try looking into another possible suspect with all due haste? For that, I believe, would be the winning approach here. The winning approach? According to the reports we received, the police have found no signs of anyone else's involvement. So you're accusing Kay based on that alone. A little tenuous, even for you. And suggesting that there are other possible suspects when there clearly aren't, isn't it? Ugh, if only I had something that could prove Kay didn't do it. Huh. This is obviously a setup, plain and simple. I don't have to. You don't have to. It's alright, Kay. The truth will come out, I promise. I just need you to give me some time. Okay. Kay isn't capable of murder. There's no way she killed Mrs. Ringer. But I have to prove that somehow, or she'll remain a suspect. I mean, I'm gonna assume it might be her reaccountance of seeing another person. Or I don't know.
Objection!
Okay, that's wrong. I'm afraid you contradicted yourself there. What? Is that true, Gavel? Of course not, Eustace. The only contradictions I see are in Mr. Edgeworth's own baseless claims. Ha! So my testimony completely contradiction-free. I knew it.
Objection!
Okay, you know what? That makes sense. That makes more sense, because technically the only way you can enter in is with the key card. Are you familiar with this room, Mr. Winter? It certainly sounds like you are. I'm cold with the fan. Can I? What can I say? Winners know where winners go. And I'm number 1, and 2, and 3. In other words, the majority of your work is second, if not third rate. Why do you always have to make fun of me? You can take it as a slight if you wish, but the fact remains that you seem unfamiliar with this key card. Who do you take me for? Of course I'm familiar with it. You need one of those to get in here. Don't you? Have you no shame? Eek! Mr. Winter, do you really even suspect Kay? Of course I do. She did it. Farade's the killer. Then perhaps you can tell us how Kay got into such a secure room as is. Without a key card? You know, there was yeah. A masterful summary. Now, as we know, only members of the committee have key cards, therefore only they can enter. Precisely. Why is she agreeing with me? Please, take a look at this. I had security pull the data earlier. As you can see, the door to this room was open at 12:52 a.m. with Miss Ringer's keycard. But who the... Okay, we're not gonna question the person before, Rosie? We cannot know for certain, of course, but who's to say the culprit didn't enter the room with Miss Ringer, and then kill her over some sort of subsequent disagreement? It's certainly a plausible theory, but that's all it is. For one, it would require the victim and her murderer to have known one another. Yeah, and Kay didn't know the woman, I'm sure of it. How can you possibly be sure of such a thing? That's pure speculation on your part, Detective. There is no place for guesswork in the courtroom or at the crime scene. Hard evidence is what is required. In that case, are you suggesting that you have said hard evidence to support your theory? Evidence that Kay Farade and Rosie Ringer knew one another? But of course. What? I have here a letter. Dr. Hertz found it in the victim's chest pocket. Another of the victim's possessions? And you kept this to yourself until now? You planned for this, didn't you? Is that why? It was the candle holder that killed her, huh? And she died sometime late last night? What now, Gavel? It's very kind of you to share the coroner's findings with everyone, Eustace. But perhaps you should leave it there. We wouldn't want you to strain your voice after all. Ha ha ha. Shall I read it for you? Rosie, thanks so much for agreeing to help with my plan. Now we can both get what we want. Good luck getting your revenge for what happened 12 years ago. Kay. This would seem to indicate pretty strongly that the two of them were accomplices, wouldn't you say? Accomplices in a plot to steal from the very room in which we are standing. No. Wait, so your principal suspect is Miss Kay Farade for the second crime as well as Miss Ringer's murder. I'm the principal suspect? Don't listen to her. It's all lies, all of it. You're not like that. You'd never do any of the stuff they're accusing you of. Then how do you explain the letter, Detective? Ugh. Unlike Mr. Winter, I suspected that Judge Gavel herself had some proof to support her accusation, but I didn't expect it to be quite so definitive. Nicely done, Gavel. Thank you, Eustace.
Hold it!
We're not done here yet. I still have questions, and you'd better have answers. Would you mind if I handled this, Eustace? Be my guest. Have fun arguing Edgeworth into the ground. I can't let them steamroll me on this. I have to find a way to take back the advantage. You know what? I'll take anything besides Eustace. Kay's letter. As the letter more than adequately proves, Miss Farade and Miss Ringer were acquainted. It seems Miss Farade had asked Miss Ringer's help in the plot of some kind, but for whatever reason, their alliance must have broken down. Miss Ringer lost her life in the resulting disagreement, but she had one last card to play. The letter she kept safe in her chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer. She's good. Better than ever, even. Think you could take her down, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, of course. It's my mouse now. Don't do this out of pride, Miles Edgeworth. If you're going to fail, do it on somebody else's time. Hey, whose side are you on, sir? There is only one side to be on, Scruffy. The side of the truth. Uh-oh. Looks like the kid's got something to say. Well... There's only one side to be on. Then it has to be the winning. Ah! Quiet, you. My thoughts exactly. So glad she's here. So glad she's here to friggin' whip some sense into this kid. As the letter more than adequately proves.
Hold it!
What exactly was the nature of the relationship? Miss Faraday was grateful for Miss Ringer's cooperation, just as the letter says. I think that more than adequately describes it, don't you? Now, as I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday...
Hold it!
Can you tell us any more about this plot? The letter implies a theft, and it was written by your friend Faraday, making her the prime suspect. Case closed.
Objection!
Anybody can forge a letter. It's not conclusive proof of anything.
Overruled.
I also seem to recall Miss Faraday referring to herself as a great thief on more than one occasion. She's on sabbatical. Can you be sure of that? It's unlikely she would tell you if she had resumed her activity, surely. Perhaps she took up stealing again and simply chose to keep it from you? I can't prove that either way right now, and she knows it. As well, as I was saying, it seems Miss Faraday and Miss Ringer were involved in a plot to steal something. But for whatever reason, their alliance must have been broken down.
Hold it!
Whatever reason? Could you be a little more specific? Not at the moment. But I am sure our investigation will uncover any number of possibilities, whereas your lack of proof that Miss Faraday is innocent continues to be a major problem for you.
Objection!
I concede that some of the evidence would seem to point to Kay's involvement, but none of it is anywhere near conclusive.
Overruled.
A letter explicitly outlining a connection to the victim, backed up by supporting evidence from the scene? How much more conclusive could it be? And what's more, where is your proof to the contrary?
Hold it!
Is there any actual evidence to show that Kay killed Miss Ringer? You don't give up, do you? What do you call that letter, huh? Evidence, duh. I wouldn't be so sure. For one thing, it doesn't mention anything resembling a murder plan. It doesn't? Oh, I guess not, huh? Haha. But it will once we hold a flame to it and reveal the secret writing. I wouldn't place too much hope in that revealing anything, Eustace. And we don't need to. Not when we have the letter she kept safe in her left chest pocket, which spells out the name of her killer.
Hold it!
We were able to examine the pocket in question for ourselves. And you want to know why the letter wasn't there, I assume? It's simple. The police's number one priority was handing it over to me. The victim had kept it on the left side of her chest, next to her heart, in other words, to indicate her heart's desire that her killer be brought to justice. I have little interest in the sentimental speculations about Miss Ringer's desires, but one thing does interest me. The fact that you said the letter was in the victim's left chest pocket. It is the truth, as the goddess is my witness. That is where the letter was found. There is no doubt about it. Same place where she was stabbed with the candelabrum. I think that might prove to be a very important clue. I can't imagine Kay writing a letter like that. But unless we can get more out of Judge Cavell, I don't think we'll be able to prove that she didn't. I should try pressing the good judge on some of her statements and see if she let something slip. So, last statement. There's no holes. Like the letter's too well put together.
Objection!
Yeah. So the victim kept the most vital clue of all closest to her heart. How very touching. The voices of the dead fight to be heard. And even then, they don't always reach us. But her voice rang loud and true. And it told us that Miss Faraday is her killer. Huh. I think you may have misheard her, Your Honor. Or perhaps an evil spirit was trying to mislead you. Hey, you take that back. Perhaps we should try listening to the words of the coroner's report instead. By all means. If I recall correctly, The victim was stabbed on her left side. No. Yes, I'm afraid so. You claim the letter was found in the victim's left chest pocket, right where she was stabbed by the candle holder. Indeed, 3 puncture wounds to the chest, and yet not one to the letter. Miraculous, no? Well, Judge Gavelle, how do you explain that? Because I can think of one explanation. That the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Oh, I got a text. Oh, I got a text message. Wham, wham, wham. I found out that there is a clam bar not far from me, and I told Dawn, and I was like, found out there's a clam bar in walking distance, and I just wrote, I love clams. Dawn writes, clams suck. I said, we can't be twins anymore. Even though that wasn't the text message that I was originally looking at, but I saw that message too. In my chowder. I love clams. Clam chowder is good too. I'll have to try the place though. It's like kind of like an outdoor seating? Like a bar? Not a bar. Well, I mean, I think it's not a bar. It's a clam bar. It's a soup. I don't know, that's an easier question, not me. I say it's soup. But the letter was deliberately placed there after the fact in order to cast suspicion on Kay. Someone went to a lot of trouble to create the crime scene we see before us, and that someone is the real culprit, who almost certainly also forged this letter. No! It's clear that the culprit intended to frame Kay by means of that letter, and you fell for it hook, line, and sinker.
Objection.
No, Friday did it. The letter was... It was in her other pocket, yeah. Oh, okay, we're just pulling shit out of our ass now, Eustace. Outdoor seating? Yeah. Like, it's kind of like on a marina. So there's like, it's like a building, so like, there's indoor seating, but like, it looks like there's also just like outdoor. I don't know how to describe it, but yeah, it's just like outdoor. But like, it's like a bar. An outdoor bar, but it's not like an alcoholic bar. I'm sure they do serve alcohol, but it's not that kind of bar. It smelled, when I was walking by, it smelled so good. I was like, oh my god, I gotta go there one day. One day. Okay. Huh? Seriously? The whole left chest pocket thing was a mistake. Whoever reported it must have meant her left. Huh. Stop your foolish floundering, you foolishly foolish fool. Or are you just that incurably foolish? Why do you keep whipping me? And stop making fun of my deductions. Yeah. There, I saved you the trouble from disciplining him. Yes, even though I had no intention of doing so. The letter is stained with blood, which suggests it had been placed somewhere on her left side. Therefore, I doubt there was some sort of mistaken report, not unless that report was given by you. What? Gavelle, say something. No objections? Good. Then allow me to continue. So, we had established the existence of a second suspect. No, we haven't. The murderer had to get in here, remember? Who else could have gotten in apart from Faraday and Ringer? Whoever it was would have needed a key card. Judge Gavelle proposed that the killer entered the room together with the victim. But what if there was something questionable about the very basis of her theory itself? This piece of evidence points to another suspect other than Kay. This.
Take that!
It's asking seagulls to attack you for them clams. Listen, they won't touch me, clams. Look again at the keycard record provided by Judge Gabel a short while ago. As already noted, the victim's keycard was used at 12:52 a.m. But you will note that someone else's keycard is also listed. A mystery person who could have entered beforehand and lay in wait for the victim, you mean? This other person entered at 10:15 p.m., so it's certainly not outside the realm of possibility. Except I'm afraid it is. And where's your evidence, huh, Your Honor? My evidence? I am the evidence, Detective. Are you saying it was you? It was my keycard. Then why is your name not on the damn list? Keycard record updated. There's nothing suspicious about a committee member entering the chamber as I please, is there? Okay. Either you murdered or somebody else murdered. But if it's you, things are not looking good for you, Gavelle. Yeah, why was her name not there? Why did she not put her name there? Suspicious? I mean, now there is. Perhaps not, but that's also not the exonerating evidence you seem to think it is. Unless you can also prove that you yourself didn't murder your colleague. What utter nonsense. What would I have had gain from killing her?
Objection!
I am sure you know how I'm going to answer that, Your Honor. I believe further investigation will shed light on any motives you might have had. I am a faithful servant of the goddess. Why would I ever resort to an act of crime? Why wouldn't you? I used my keycard. That much is true. But my reason for entering this room is far from questionable. Okay, then why don't you tell us why? And then perhaps you'd care to tell us why? I had business here in the committee chamber. There were certain preparations to make. Preparations? Sounds pretty suspicious to me. I am not at liberty to share what I was preparing for. But I am sure Prosecutor Edgeworth can make an educated guess. My hearing. She must have been busy gathering the documents they were going to use against me to relieve me of my badge. Alright, children, that's enough. It's good to keep our skills and our tongues sharp, especially when we're young. But that'll do for now. What the hell's that? Who the fuck are you? New character? Ah, that takes me back to the days of my youth. Back when I would wrangle with a certain detective. He disappeared, you know. I hope he's out there somewhere, living his best life. Are you talking about Detective Bad? You'll have to forgive me. It's just, I get so emotional. The tears, they just... Oh, is he like... He's wringing his beard out from the tears. Look at that fucking man. Just I get so emotional. The tears, they just can't stop them. Chairman Winner. Is this his fucking dad? Winner? Ah, Verity, my girl. Do you ever stop working? Your dedication puts us all to shame. Wait, his goggles are filled with water, which is really funny. And is this young Francisca I see before me? Dear child, when did you get so big? Uncle Winner. Uncle Winner? Ew. Ew. It's been far too long. And so formal. I thought we were family. You used to sit on my knee and shout, Uncle Winner, Uncle Winner, at the top of your little lungs. I don't like that. This guy needs to die. I hope he's the murderer. The time goes by so very fast. One can't help but shed a tear. Dad, what are you doing? Oh my god, it is his fucking dad. What am I doing here? A committee member has been murdered. Murdered? And you're in charge of the case, my boy. What is this? Bring your pops to work today? Silence. Do you have any idea who he is? This man is particularly the right hand of the goddess herself. a former chief prosecutor and the current chairman of the Committee for Prosecutorial Excellence. So, is this guy the replacement for Grant, or was just Grant a chief prosecutor? I can't remember. I'll have to look it up. It's Aaron brother? Uncle Weenie? Yeah, Uncle Weenie. Now, Verity. There's no need to bring all that up. I'm just a harmless old man, really. Allow me to apologize for the detective's rudeness. I am Miles Edgeworth, correct. And your little subordinate, Dick Gumshoe. I am Excelsius Winner? Excellent? Is he supposed to be like an excellent? Excelsius Winner? Excel? I just keep saying Excel. Celsius? Oh, Excelsius Winner. Oh, wait. Celsius? This guy's 100% the murderer. He's the murderer. I'm calling it right now. She's got a burn mark on his hand. Celsius. What else do you do with fire? Celsius. What? Burn. Celsius. Guy's a murderer. Father to this idiot boy, among other things. Oh, my wife and I were so happy when he was born, and now she's gone too. Sob. Heaven only knows what to wear. Dad, you're here. Use my handkerchief. Thank you, son. You're a good boy in your own silly way. Like father, like son, I suppose. Though it's hard to say who's the bigger fool. Well, Verity, how goes the investigation? Thank you for asking, sir. We have identified a prime suspect, one Kay Faraday. We are currently trying...
Objection!
You don't have nearly enough to make her your prime suspect, and you know it. Or have you forgotten what we just discovered about the letter?
Objection!
I told you that it was some makeup. Makeup. A mix-up. A mic. Like M-I-C. Mike up, or no, that would be Mike, so M-I-K? They got the wrong Don't test my patience. Alright, that's enough. Let's all just calm down, shall we? I'm sorry you had to see that, sir. My humblest apology. I think you've all made your case very clear. Case is very clear. All except you, Eustace. What? But, Dad! We are prosecutors, and it is our duty to identify suspects and bring them to justice. But I wouldn't dare call someone a suspect without evidence or a motive. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, I know all about your relationship to the accused. Thick as thieves seems pretty apt, based on what I've heard. Kay's no criminal. She's helped us catch the bad guy loads of time. Much about this case is still unclear, sir. Please, you have to let us... It's heartwarming, really. The bonds of friendship are so strong among the young. This guy's also got like the 5... Oh, yeah, he's a pyromaniac. I friggin' knew it. He's the murderer. He burned her. He at least burned that woman's hand. If he's not the murderer, but he definitely murdered. Either him or Gavel. One of the two. The circumstances being what they are, I'm afraid those bonds won't be enough. What the heck is that supposed to mean? The prosecutor's office needs this case cleared up as quickly as possible. Time is oh so precious, and we have so little of it. And there are so many other cases. I'm sorry, but you understand, of course, don't you? Alright, Miss Kay Faraday. Time to come along quietly. Yes, sir. You're not taking her. She's innocent, I tell you. To defy the chairman of the committee is to defy the law itself. It is an act so brazen, a hearing won't be necessary at all. Are you prepared for Mr. Edgeworth to lose his badge over this detective? So either Kay goes down or Mr. Edgeworth loses his badge? What the heck am I supposed to do? You'd use his badge to shield yourselves? Oh, how the committee too has fallen. Kay, you're innocent. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Thank you. We've only known each other for a short while, but you've been very kind. And I'm sorry. Sorry for being a criminal. Your words, fuck me, has been noted. Contrion has been, whatever, Miss Friday and will be conveyed to the goddess of justice. Ugh. What in the world should I do? When I was little, all I wanted was to be like my father. To become an attorney and fight for those who can't fight for themselves. But now, I've made this tied to this one tiny badge. One tiny badge against the life of a dear acquaintance. Who am I kidding? There's nothing to weigh up here. I guess this is it. Goodbye, Mr. Edgeworth.
Hold it!
Ooh. Judge Cavell, a moment, please. Yes? What is it? Your badge. What is the meaning of this? I am returning it. From this day forth, I'm a prosecutor no longer. Oh! Mr. Edgeworth. What are you doing, Miles Edgeworth? Explain yourself right now. You're giving it all up, just like that? You can't mean it, sir. Tell me you're kidding, please. If you're not a prosecutor anymore, then what does that make me? I have one duty and one duty alone, to pursue the truth. If being a prosecutor means I must turn a blind eye to the very truth before me, then I will gladly shed the title to be free. I'll carve my own path, one I believe in. Hello, Belle. I won't let my search for the truth end here.
Objection!
You running away from the Von Karma? From me? Say what you will, Francisca. You won't change my mind. So you're leaving me behind again? I'll never forgive you for this. Never. No. This is all my fault. None of this would have happened if it wasn't for me. Wait, Kay, don't go. Uh-oh. You stay right where you are, detective. But sir, I'm not a prosecutor anymore. Don't say that. Where you go, I go, Mr. Edgeworth. Always there right by your side. No need for you to do that now, detective. Simply focus on your job and do what you can. You're doing well. We met Eustace's dad, which is that guy in red. Definitely a pyromaniac and definitely is the murderer. Kay lost her memory. And, Edgeworth is no longer a prosecutor, I guess. Well now, this is no good, is it? We've let a dangerous criminal run free. I try and I try. And yet, it's never enough. There's no need to worry, sir. We'll set up a cordon. She won't get far. She'd better not. I'll be very disappointed in you if she does. I know. So much has happened. Also, Eustace's dad does not acknowledge him. He definitely is like, he is just like, man, my son is pathetic. Also, you did miss one great thing. So Francisca is back, you know, the lady with the whip. Miles' like stepsister or whatever. And when I saw that she came back, I was like, oh my god, I need Eustace to come in. I need Eustace to come in so she can whip him. And she hates him and I love it so much. She whips him every time he tries to speak and I'm like, yes, this is all I wanted. Yeah, he has daddy issues. Everybody in this game has daddy issues. Kay, Eustace, Edgeworth, almost most of the people in the cases. April 5th, 5:58 p.m. High Prosecutor's Office is room 1202. How many people in chat have daddy issues? Kay! Shout out to all the daddy issues. She's not here either? Where are you? Oh, hey, it's Eddie. He's back. Knockety knock knock special visitor. Bender. Oh, talk about an unhappy face. Everything okay, big guy? You won't earn yourself too many admirers looking like that. What are you doing here? Has something happened? Has something happened, you ask? I'll say. It's been all over the news. A murder in the committee chamber? I'd call that a happening, alright. And what with your hearing being today, I thought. Well, I couldn't help but wondering if you were involved. They're reporting it on the news already? Heck yeah. A dead lawyer, a young woman on the run. They're lapping it up. It's crazy stuff, but compelling too, I gotta admit. So, are you gonna give me the lowdown or what? Well, actually... Whoa, maybe warn a guy before blowing his mind next time. Things are even crazier than I thought. This isn't a joke, Fender. Kay's out there somewhere all alone without her memory. Not to mention being the suspect in a murder. That definitely doesn't make things any easier. But where the heck could she have gone to? Sure she doesn't remember Zip? I thought she might have come here, but no luck, huh? Can't say I'm surprised. Sounds like she thinks she's done you wrong. She wouldn't want to cause you even more trouble by rocking up your doorstep. Rocking up on your doorstep? You think I don't know that? But I'm out of places to look. Hey, take a chill pill, compadre. This isn't like you. You're wound up tighter than a clockwork monkey, which isn't a bad thing necessarily. After all, it's got even you running from pillar to post, looking to save an innocent from jail, acting like the attorney I know you were born to be. Look, Fender, I may have given up my badge earlier, but that doesn't mean I've decided to become an attorney. However, Kay isn't just some suspect in a murder to me. She's somebody I've come to know very well, even if we've only been acquainted for a short while. And she'd never harm a fly, let alone another person. Blow my mind twice in 5 minutes, why don't you? Kid's lucky to have you in her corner, champ. I hope you don't mind me saying this, but that's quite the bond that's sprung between the two of you. He's literally like her dad. Enough to give me your old man's run for its money, even. It's nothing like that, really. She just likes to involve herself in my affairs. You can say that again. From what I've seen, she likes to change it up. Likes to charge into things, no holds barred. But she's done you some good, I can tell. You two make a great team. Can't say I'm not a little jealous, seeing as my partner in crime is no longer around. Anyway, you need to track her down. Connections like that don't grow on trees. I should know. Alright, how about this for a plan? You're fresh out of ideas about where she could be, and you can't just walk the street shouting her name. So why don't you go back to the source? Look into how she lost her memory in the first place. Just might turn up some clues that'll help narrow things down. That's not a bad idea. Based on what she told us, it sounds like it all started at the big building. And that's where we're headed. Next up, the big time. Maybe you can give your face the good news on the way. Kay won't come frolicking back into the fold if the first thing she sees is you scowling like that. Very funny. Fender's truly a force of nature all on his own. We love Fender. What the fuck? Oh, it's nighttime. I'm like, this wasn't glowing. Also, maybe not a good thing that we're gonna run into the doctor, but okay. April 5th, 6:42 p.m. Big building viewing platform. The sun sure set quickly. Not even a murder on the premises could make this place close its doors. Gotta chase that last dollar, huh? There's hardly anybody around though. Guess we've got the whole place to ourselves. The first step towards proving Kay's innocence is to figure out how she lost her memory. Earth to Miles, we've got sleuthing to do. This rooftop paradise is ours, so let's focus up and do what we're good at for Kay, alright? Do what we're good at, huh? I suppose I should be grateful there's at least something we can do. Edgeworth is now jobless. Unemployment arc. The beak and wings of a bird, and the body of a lion. Guess these statues are meant to guard the peace of this little rooftop haven. I have to say, they're incredibly detailed, almost frighteningly so. Instead of feeling welcome, I wonder how many people have been scared off by these instead. It's a pretty sizable cherry tree. Its flowers are just on the cusp of full bloom, according to what Kay told us. She was standing beneath this tree until she was pushed and fell. Kay remembers standing beneath the cherry tree. Time to be homeless. So the person in the raincoat that Kay saw supposedly approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which would suggest that she was pushed over this railing here. Kay was pushed by a person in red raincoat who was walking towards her from the concession stand. The railing is chest high. You'd have to try really hard to go tumbling over the edge of it. Everything looks sturdy enough too. So how did Kay lose her memories? You think there was something she wanted to forget? Maybe some particular choice words from Miles, the insult comic? Of course not. I wouldn't dream of saying anything so terrible she'd want to forget. Detective Gumshoe, on the other hand, could do with a few more choice words on the occasion. I don't know. Apparently, she might have fallen off the building completely, or maybe she actually didn't. Ninja? Yeah, she's kind of like a ninja. Poor guy. I don't envy him one bit. Pegasus, the winged horse of legend. No, wait. Isn't that a horn on its forehead? So, it's a unicorn? No, that can't be right either. Unicorns don't have wings. What's this? There's a little plaque here at the bottom showing the name of the piece. Contradictions. That'll teach me to bother engaging with such things. Well, what's it called when a Pegasus has a horn? Isn't that like an alicorn or something? You can insert a coin to take a good look at the distant landscape for a few minutes. Kay absolutely would have been all over this. The Kay I know anyway. But for now, I'd better focus my powers of observation on this rooftop. Oh yeah, it's 50 floors high. So yeah, we are on a skyscraper, yes. It looks like a TV for showing announcements from the various companies in the big building. At the moment, it's just showing a regular broadcast channel. Ugh. What am I standing here for? The Steel Samurai isn't on today. He's so funny. Edward's so funny. He's so funny. Okay, let's talk to these. Mr. Edgeworth, we meet again. What are you two doing up here? Well, seeing as we came all this way, we thought we might as well enjoy some cotton candy. What the heck are you doing here? Looking to get yourself in even more hot water? You needn't worry about me, Dr. Hertz. I'll be just fine. Whatever you say, Mr. Soon-to-be ex-prosecutor turned ex-prosecutor. All that coming to my law. Wait, what? You got fired? As I said, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. If you say so. So, oh, how's Kay doing? Uh-oh. Did something happen? Maybe I can help? How about an injection? No injections, thank you. Unfortunately, a jab a day does not keep the world's troubles at bay. Yeah, it did get kind of chilly, huh? Come on, let's head home. Alright then, Mr. Edgeworth. Catch you again soon. Hey, you. Yeah, you. How about some delicious parting cloud cotton candy to brighten your day? Parting clouds? Isn't it named for the fact that we're so close to the clouds up here? Our gimmick is, we take a normal serving of cotton candy and we split it in half, part it if you will. Half the candy, same price, double the profit. We're laughing all the way to the bank. I don't think your customers will be laughing if you keep sharing that information quite so freely. Oh. Eek! Is she up in the fucking tree? Hi. Kay. Don't mind me. I was just lying in wait. That would make you a criminal, Kay. Perhaps you meant to say laying low? Oh, yes, that. Nevertheless, I doubt people will look kindly on a suspect haunting the site of her supposed crime. She just offer him drugs in these trying times. She did. Surely you understand that even in your current state? On top of which, while you're being playing hide and go seek, I've been worried sick and frantically trying to find you. Are you mad at me? Of course I am. Now, what were you thinking coming back here? Did you think your amnesia would excuse your recklessness? No. I came to try to help you get your badge back. What? I thought if I could get my memory back, I might be able to remember killing that poor woman. I thought if I came back to where I lost my memory, maybe I could... There's one thing you haven't lost, you know. Your ability to surpass my expectations at every turn. Couldn't be more certain now that you're the K I know so very well. However, I don't appreciate you being so reckless. You hear me? I'm sorry. Seriously, Miles? You're killing me here. You were banking good guy points, and then you went and blew it by blowing your top. Good to see you, kiddo. Glad to see you're safe. Come on, bring it in. Okay. That's the spirit. Not now, Fender. Eesh, I was just trying to lighten the mood. Stop touching people, Fender. Kinda mean. Live news now from the big building, where a shocking murder took place earlier today. Police continue their hunt for a young woman known to have been present at the scene. She's considered the prime suspect, and police say no effort is being spared in trying to track her down. Spared, not sparred, whatever. Oh, mama. They're not messing around, huh? Well, team, what's the plan? Looks like the clock's ticking down, and fast. Indeed. It's only a matter of time before they find us. Alright, first things first. Okay? You're sticking with us from now on. Capiche? But I've caused you so much trouble already. You can hardly make things any worse for me at this point. Mr. Edgeworth? Then it's settled. We're in this together like the Three Musketeers. Miles here will be in charge of proving Kay innocent. I will, believe me. So I'm gonna need you to do everything you can to help him with this investigating. Okay, Kay? Yes, of course. Great. Now we've got to move quick. Can't be getting bagged by the boys in blue before they've even started. You two may not have any more to lose, but your Uncle Eddie sure does. Gregory would never forgive me if I got the family office shut down. Thank you, Fender. Sure, I owe you more than I'll ever really know. I hope I've been of help to you so far. This is some kind of contract? In a way, it appears to be a criminal contract of sorts, I suppose you could say. Criminal? And I wrote this? The letter isn't handwritten, so it's hard to say who actually wrote it. I see. I'm sorry. I don't remember you well enough to accept a gift like that. Okay, yeah, we talked about that. It's alright, it's just offering to you anyway. I'm sorry. Okay, same thing. No. Okay. What you remember. I came back here because I thought it might jog my memory. How about we go over what you remember one more time? Okay. I was standing under the tree, sheltering from the rain, and I saw a person in a red raincoat. But then they pushed me. Can you remember anything specific about the person in the raincoat? Sorry, I just can't recall anything. Oh, but there is one thing. I could see the moon over their shoulder as they came closer and closer. The moon? Yes, it's all very fuzzy, but it was in the exact same place as it is right now. Okay, so... huge contradiction right there. Floating up there, but the cherry blossoms. So the moon was visible over the mysterious figure's shoulder. Kay saw the moon shining over the shoulder of the person in the red raincoat. It's the same part of the sky tonight. And it's a full moon tonight. That's new information. I should keep it in mind. Other recollections. I keep feeling like there's something just on the edge of my memory. There is? It could be a clue we need. Alright, just let it float to the top of your mind. Say whatever comes into your thoughts. Alright, I'm seeing... It's very faint, but... I'm seeing a small restaurant. Just a counter and some seats. And then there's this... incredible smell. A beautiful golden soup. Not too thick, but it tastes just right. It's filled with delicious noodles. Firm, but not too firm. And that's when I thought crossed my mind. I'm going to order another bowl. A captivating memory, but sadly, one that has nothing to do with the case. You used to say you were the second great thief Yatakarasu, a noble outlaw, dedicated to stealing the truth. Do you really not remember any of that? Oh, I think you're right. I was a noble. Not a noble, Kay. A noble outlaw. Still, I suppose you got halfway there. Alright. I don't think... Oh, Fender does have shit to say. I can't believe this young... not this young. This thing's made the news already. How did they do it, huh? Hey, think they're filming us from the chopper up there right now? Go check the TV for me, Miles Reno. Need to make sure they're catching my good side. Now, at a time like this? Yeah, I'll do it right now. Got you. As you can see, they're still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the Committee for the Prosecutorial Excellence holds their disciplinary hearings, correct? That's right. There have been people walking by the windows all evening. This is one serious investigation. Well, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. Yeah, like, how do they not see the people walking around the top? I just realized she's gonna have to go through remembering that her parents are dead. I know. She's gonna have to go through a lot. Gulp! Alright, this doesn't make our chances of getting out of here with Kay any rosier. We'll have to find a way to slip past the press. I'm a cool and mysterious customer, Miles Reno, but I'm no spy. Maybe we can use him as a decoy if things get desperate. Okay, whatever you're thinking, quit it. I can tell it doesn't end well for me. I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. As you can see, there's still hard at work up on the 50th floor. That's where the committee prosecutor. Yeah, we already heard that. 17-year-old saw in connection with a lawyer slaying. I guess they're still working with the committee chamber. Reporter's right. You can see people moving around. Wait, something's very wrong with this picture. I can use a certain piece of evidence to help deduce what exactly what. I don't know what's wrong with it, but okay. Looks like this is being broadcast live, which means we're looking at the big building in real time. Does that mean we're on TV too? I don't think so. The camera's far away enough, and it's just dark enough that I think we'll be safe for now. At least we'd better be. Kay spotted things will go from bad to worse before we know it. There's a contradiction here, hiding in plain sight. Yeah, it's not the 50th floor.
Eureka!
Question, how many floors does this building have? Easy, 50, right? Kinda ironic that just a few feet above where the committee works is its ugly little skeets. It's a place where starry-eyed young romantics come to wish for everlasting smoochy times. But then, what's that dark space above the 15th floor? The 50th floor. The gloomy underbelly of love? Wait a minute. Exactly. The committee chamber is supposed to be on the top floor, directly beneath the viewing platform, but it actually appears to be located one floor below that, clearly contradicting the supposed facts. Maybe whoever wrote the pamphlet made a mistake? Somehow, I don't think so. Call me crazy, but yes, there appears to be a hidden 51st floor. Wow, and that's where they keep the gloomy underbelly of love? My heart, you didn't need to take it quite so literally, Kay. Good, then perhaps we can take this more seriously instead. Come on, have you met me, Miles? That might be easier said than done. It's still easier than trying to enjoy your so-called jokes. Okay. Anything else we can examine? Don't think so. Okay. Let's piece some logic. Okay. Where Kay was standing. First floors. Okay. Kay was pushed by a person in red raincoat who was walking towards from the confection stand. Don't know? No, okay. No? Okay. There's clearly this, like, panel thing, but I don't seem to be able to interact with it. Okay. Something's gotta add up. The moon? Okay. Thinking back over what Kay has said. The person in the raincoat approached her from the direction of the concession stand, which implies that she was pushed over the railing on the side opposite of the stand. She also said that she could see the moon over its person's shoulder, but when we checked this just now, the moon was in a different location than expected. Yet Kay claims it currently is in the same spot in the sky as it was on the night of the... Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, because the moon doesn't move all the way to the opposite side, but also probably has to do with the time of the day, is what I mean, actually. This throws the position of the moon and the person in the raincoat out of the alignment with her story. I think her memories may have become confused somehow. What's more, if she really has been pushed over that railing, she would have never survived the fall. Therefore, I must conclude that she may not have fallen where she thought she did. You may have fallen, Kay, but it couldn't have been over that railing. Because if you had, you wouldn't be alive now to tell the tale. But I definitely remember standing under that tree. If I was pushed, then the only way I could have fallen is over that railing, isn't it? Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. So, yeah, there's that thing there that I saw, and I'm pretty sure it's, most definitely something suspicious. One second. Not unless the ground opened up and swallowed you whole. Ground can just open up like that? How? My bad, my bad. Not a joking matter. Sorry, kiddo. Re-experienced trauma, gotta love it. But it may also be closer to the truth than you think, Fender. Yeah, let's just push you up the building and just see if you remember. Let's take another look at the ground in the area. There's a chance we might have missed something. Yeah, it's right there. Kay couldn't have fallen over the railing. So where did she fall? There must be a clue around here somewhere. We must scour the scene. Yeah. The ground here is covered with cherry blossoms. Even though the tree's not in full bloom yet, the strong winds up here has blown the petals right off. It would have been nice if they had thought to tidy up just a little, though. What's this? Looks like a service hatch. Kay, do you think he might have fallen down here instead? Yeah, you'd never be as clumsy as that. I'm sorry. I just can't stay. I can't stay one way or not the other. My bad, kiddo. Just another one of my silly musings. You don't have to take me so seriously, you know. I don't? Never? Well, maybe not never, but if I told you to leap lyrically into my arms, Fender, she's 17. Chill, Miles Reno, where's your sense of whimsy? So, never then. Ouch. Talk about a deep cut. Down the hatch! How has a whole floor between the 50th and the viewing platform remained undetected all this time? You got me there. Kinda hard to hide a set of stairs going up to it, if you ask me. That's precisely it. Things like stairs that are normally out in the open, going unnoticed by people, seems a bit implausible. The last thing I ate, the object next to you, combined in the crate, your superhero name. Yogurt. Sequel. There's a Z-Quell right next to me. Although, right in front of me is my water bottle, or my Stanley. So I could be Yogurt Stanley or Yogurt Equal. Probably Yogurt Stanley. Anyway, things like stairs, blah, 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 which can only mean the 51st floor is no ordinary floor, can't be reached by ordinary means. We must have to reach it through extraordinary means, right? I don't know about extraordinary means. Maybe let's go for unconventional? Indeed. Consider, if you will, the hatch we found by the cherry tree. What would you expect to find on the other side of such a hatch? A room of some kind, perhaps? Oh ho, a secret room! Now you're talking my language. Let's go take a look. Ooh, secrets. Ugh. Alright, here we go. What is this place? Look at all that stuff down there. Is it a storeroom? Whatever it is, I think we can safely say that this is where you fell. Go team, strike one mystery off the list. Yes, but the greater mystery of Kay's memory loss remains unsolved. We have a red raincoat figure who can walk on air to account for, among other things. Hey, can a guy bask in his success for once? And so we found a hidden storeroom. I vote we scooch on down and check it out. We have pretty much exhausted everything up here. It can't hurt to take a look. Nice. Is that you, Mr. Edgeworth? Oh, Emma! Oh my god, I miss her. Emma, what are you doing here? I heard what happened from Detective Gumshoe. I was in the area, so I thought I'd come by and see what's going on. This is Emma Skye. I love Emma. She's a high school student currently studying in Europe to become a forensic scientist. The younger sister of the former superior of mine. We've also stood in court together. The detective called me up here in a panic. He said your badge fell off of the big building and that Kay was in a man's suit and... Your badge fell off the big building. I love Emma. Hold it right there. Didn't you just leave to go back to Europe a few days ago? And you're back again already? Yep, I'm here with one of my professors. Not to do any school work or anything, just some interpreting. Then shouldn't you be off doing that instead of gallivanting around a crime scene? It's clearly her knowledge, Sherlock Holmes. Or Sherlock Holmes. Oh, it's fine. There's this wonderful thing called body language after all. That's not an actual language, Emma. Anyway, never mind me. This is about Kay. How is she? Where is she? Oh, shucks. Isn't that sweet, Kay Meister? Your little friend is worried about you. Oh, yes. Okay, Kay only, met her once. Who's this guy? Don't tell me you went and got a new assistant, Mr. Edgeworth. Very funny, young lady. Actually, the other way around. I'll have you know. Annie Fender, attorney at law, and senior partner of Edgeworth and Co-Law Offices. Edgeworth? So you are his assistant. Wait, attorney? Since when were you a defense attorney? I'm not. To say it's complicated is an understatement. Let's not sweat the details for now, yeah? First things first. An attorney, Mr. Edgeworth? Really? Oof, it's like I'm not even here. What is this? Some kind of weird experiment? Perhaps we should head down below. I'll explain there. I agree. The police could be here any minute. And who's this? I'll explain later, Emma. Come on, time to go. Alright. Oh, alright. But you better explain yourself, Mr. Hotshot Pro Attorney. Trust me, I'll explain that too. Okery dokery do. Down the hatch we go. Let me start this part, and we'll wrap it up here. April 5th, 7:06 p.m. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. It's dark as a grave down here. Can't see the nose in front of my ruggishly handsome face. Watch your step, Emma. Ouch! I hit my head on something. Make your way down slowly, Kay. I don't want you to slip. Oh, yes, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be a light switch here somewhere. Ah, bingo! Oh my god, my eyes. Oh. Hold the phone. I recognize that statue. I recognize that suitcase. And I don't recognize anything else. Well, wait. I don't know if I recognize anything else. So the hidden 51st floor really is being used as a storeroom. Well, we'll need to take a careful look at all these items. What did Emma hit her head on? Oh, right, Mr. Edgeworth, you promised me an explanation or three. I did indeed. Where do I even start? Wow, that's been happening, huh? What a case! It's not supposed to fill you with excitement, Emma. Seems you've gotten yourself into a real pickle, Mr. Prosecutor Attorney. I'm not an attorney. Or a prosecutor anymore. Well, whatever you are. I think it's time for science to lend a helping hand. Don't worry, I brought my entire kit with me. Well, if you're sure. You kidding? I live for moments like this. Here, let's make this all official. Good working with you again, Mr. Edgeworth. And you, Miss Sky. And there were 4. Right, everyone, let's get to work. I want to know where that elevator goes. Looks like it goes down? It's something we certainly want to investigate further, but we should look around up here first. Aye aye, Captain. Let me know if you find anything juicy. I'll keep trying to see what I can remember. I'll let you know if anything comes to mind. Thank you, Kay. Emma? Ready, willing, and able to investigate, Mr. Edgeworth. Fellow friends who get involved in my business. Very well, then let's begin. If only Phoenix was here. Phoenix would absolutely help Edgeworth in a second. Yeah, he would be like, oh my god, I'm here, babe. I'm here. Ask me anything, I'm all ears. Okay, I'm gonna show you stuff. This is Kay's pin, right? It is. It's one of her most prized possessions. And yet, she doesn't she doesn't even remember it. Huh, maybe it just needs a bit more pizzazz. I could customize it a little. What do you think? Pink ribbon here, a white feather there. We can have it look pretty in no time. Thank you, but I think we'd better leave it as it is, lest we confuse Kay and her memories any further. I'm afraid there's not a whole lot for me to go on here, Mr. Edgeworth, scientifically speaking, I mean. In other words, you're not sure what you're looking at. No, it's not a matter of not knowing, it's a matter of information. I need more data. The found family, yeah. Why do you suppose Kay lost her memory? She probably suffered some kind of huge shock, right? Well, she did manage to get herself wrapped up in a murder. Yeah, I remember when it happened to me too. A long time ago, I was so scared. If it wasn't for my sister, I wouldn't be standing here talking with you right now like this, that's for sure. You have to help her, okay, Mr. Edgeworth? You have to help Kay. Of course, that's exactly what I mean to do. Alright. Let me know your thoughts. Notice anything? Can't believe they suspect poor Kay. It's outrageous. Couldn't agree more. But the best thing we can do right now is to stay calm and look for clues. Except, I've been scientifically processing the situation and I think I've come up with a better idea. Maybe we could administer some carefully targeted electric shocks directly to Kay's brain. What do you say? Might be just the thing to bring her memory back online. That sounds more than a little risky. Sounds incredibly risky, in fact. Personally, I'm still of the opinion that searching this room for clues is the better option. Really? A little risk is what science is all about. Yes, a little being the operative phase. In the sky. I'm back for a little while to interpret for my professor, but I'm still mostly based in Europe. Gotta keep studying until I'm the finest forensics investigator under the sun. Very glad to hear you say that. Dedication to one's chosen field is a student's greatest responsibility. It sure is. I don't just want to get ahead of it academically. I've been trying hard at sports too, especially that one event they have at school athletic meetings. You know the one. There are quite a few to choose from. It's huge over there, and unlike here, it's considered a real hardcore sport for adults. That's right, I'm talking about glasses battles. Who hasn't heard of those, right? Me? Never. Not even once. Glasses battle for listening to Emma the Sky talk in the storeroom about her. So funny. It's kind of creepy, all these masks lined up here in the dark. I'm a fan of horror movies, I take it. No way. That stuff's so unscientific. I think you mispronounced terrifying. That mask. That's global hero Onyakupan. And why is that so shocking? I really don't know. Everything about the show is secret. When it's on TV, who makes it? So the merchandise is super rare. Sounds to me whoever made it may have simply gone out of business. That's Captain Saipan. He's super popular overseas. Everybody loves dressing up like him. Kids, adults, you name it. I find the flower on his head a little excessive myself. What TV show are these from? I don't know a whole lot about it, but I believe it's called The Students of Starry School. It's about an elementary school where the students are all superheroes, so their masks are modeled on sports safety helmets or something, right? And maybe the number of eyes slits tell you their student ID number? So the one on the left would be number 1 and the right is number 2? I suppose that could be a yes. And that would mean a ton of slits for the kids with the highest ID numbers. I have to admit to being a little intrigued by this show now. She's the only heroine Steel Samurai series needs. You can say that again. I love the Pink Princess. You watch shows like that, Emma? Of course, you love them too, right? Well, I don't really know all that much about them, but sure. Really? Because I saw the Steel Samurai figure in your office, so I thought... Ugh, I can't believe even Emma's seen it. There's a selection of masks arranged on the rack here. There's even a Steel Samurai. And what an impressive, authentic likeness it is, too. The scientist in me is sensing something strange, though. A lack of consistency, you know? In the sense that the characters represented here feel a little haphazard somehow. I don't disagree. There's even an empty space here. Yeah, just an empty hook. Right in the middle. Somebody using that one, perhaps? It's the Steel Samurai and the Nickel Samurai. The Nickel Samurai always seems kind of pleased with himself to me. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just about being skinny and cool, you know? There's more to it than that. What she's describing is similar to some actual brain procedures like transcranial magnetic stimulation, TMS, and electroconvulsive therapy. Yeah. Edra doesn't approve of that. Or she could just give her a lobotomy. Being skinny and cool, you know, there's more in it than that. I'm Teal Steel all the way. You've just gone up in my estimation, Emma. These are all case files from various murderers. What? But why would they be in here? They should be safely under lock and key at the courthouse or the prosecutor's office, which would suggest that somebody removed them without permission. Something very suspicious going on here. We need to find out more. Okay, well... This be related to evidence now? I think we're missing the Jammin' Ninja. Kay was carrying a Jammin' Ninja mask when she was found. It looks like it might have originally come from this hook. Scientifically speaking, that doesn't seem like a crazy hypothesis, which would mean that Kay was really here? As she put it, not a crazy hypothesis, but why? Did she come to steal something, maybe? There's all kinds of stuff here. Because she's a great thief who steals the truth, I suppose. No, I think it's too early to jump to any conclusions. These are... What's the matter, Mr. Edgeworth? If I'm not mistaken, several of the items on display here. Pieces of evidence from old cases of mine. But what are they doing here? Maybe this is where the committee stores stuff it's looking into? It can't be. Evidence like this is stored at a police department. They don't keep stuff at the prosecutor's office, too? Never change. When a case is ongoing, yes, but once the last trial has finished up, it's supposed to go right back to the precinct, unless there's a very good reason for it to go elsewhere. And yet, here it all is. There's no point in trying to figure out why is right now. We should take a closer look at it all. They all have labels. Labels with numbers printed on them. exhibit numbers, maybe? You said they were all pieces of evidence, right? Yes, but judging by how the numbers are written and by the items themselves, I guess these are prices. Prices? Would have never guessed that. Wait, but none of this stuff could be worth that much money, could it? The prices are very high indeed. Wonder why she's surprised. Must examine all of these in detail. A mannequin, huh? Wait, I know. All thanks to my powers of scientific deduction, of course. It's evidence from an old case of yours, right? Not this time. I've never seen it before in my life. It doesn't seem to fit with the other items in the room either. For one thing, it doesn't have a price tag. So why is it here? That's a cute little doll. Looks kind of like the Steel Samurai. It's actually the Iron Infant, son of the Steel Samurai and the Pink Princess. He was born burdened with the knowledge that he was too would one day be called upon to fight for justice. Can't imagine the pressure they must have put him under, more than most people could bear. Wow, what a nerd, Edgeworth. Why does she have such a rack? Oh. About to comment on that. Girls are out. Yes, he's young, but you can sense it nonetheless. A certain tragic refinement. Edgeworth, Mr. Edgeworth, are you even listening to me? Oh, of course. He was nerding out. Oh, isn't he a cutie? Look at this fluffy little guy. That's the stuffed animal we found at the Groward Lake. He should be in the possession of the prosecutor in charge of the case. So how did he wind up here? Oh, well look, he's missing his left horn. He is, but he never had it in the first place. At least, not as far as we ever saw. Defective merchandise, huh? Then we need to contact the manufacturer and demand a recall. Now that I come to think of it, why would anyone give the president a broken toy to begin with? So this storeroom is actually more of a stock room? It would seem so, much as it pains me to consider such a thing. What kind of person sells off evidence from serious criminal cases? And to who? And who to? Who would even want to pay for all this stuff? Somebody, clearly. The price tags are proof of that. Wow, people really will collect anything, huh? Fascinating. That's odd. This is the only spot with nothing on it. But it still has one of those signs in front of it. Indeed, and look, there's an outline in the dust on top of the cloth. I'd say something was probably sitting there until quite recently, wouldn't you? You know what? I think you might be right. But, drawing a blank trying to imagine what? Well, I might have an idea. Star-shaped outline? Don't we have a piece of evidence that might be connected? Yeah, we'll look at that in a second. They took the plushie for evidence? Yeah, they gotta take everything. A bottle of ink and a lantern, both pieces of evidence from a previous case of mine. Why? What's all this stuff that's related to you doing here? It's not as if any of it was in my possession for any length of time, the duration of the case and no longer. Perhaps this is all nothing but a coincidence. Seriously, a coincidence? I never thought I'd hear those words coming out of your mouth. You must always face up to the facts of the situation, however strange they may be. Isn't that what scientists believe too? Ho ho ho. You want to talk about what scientists believe? Settle in. This may take a while. It's a small bottle. One I've seen before. Oh, that's all? Nothing else to add? Well, no. What more did you want me to say? Hold up. I've got to write this down. Mr. Edgeworth can turn even the most boring topics into something picturesque with his explanations. Ugh. Next time, try taking those kinds of notes in silence. Outline in the dust matches the bottom of the candelabrum exactly. I'd say there's a very strong chance that this is where our murderer took it from. Which would mean the candelabrum was evidence from the other case, another case? It certainly seems likely, but that's not our concern right now. The key thing to note is that the murder weapon was taken from the storeroom. A bunch of trophies and oh, look! Somebody's left a walkie-talkie here. Looks to me like it was put there deliberately, rather like it's on display to be honest. Hey, there are batteries in here too. Could be useful. Let's take it with us. Nobody will mind if we use it a little while, will they? I can take it to the police station afterwards. Someone's starting to sound like a certain great thief. Whoa, that's one heck of a desk. I wonder who it belongs to. There are 4 male figures acting as legs holding up the tabletop in the center. It's hideously cringy, but it doesn't even have the good decency to be camp enough to loop back around. Is it from one of your old cases too, Mr. Edgeworth? No. Can't think of anyone related to any of my investigations, such whatever that word is. I can't say it. Words. Whoever's pricing these things are just throwing out numbers willy-nilly. Why the plush is the most pricey thing? Because it's a very valuable plush. Or it's got weed in it. Something like that. At least I don't think there was. Maybe from one of Phoenix's cases? I'm trying to think of like some of the desks. I don't know. Piles of banknotes just left out all to see. A little tasteless, wouldn't you say? No way, these are all $100 bills. That's a fortune right there. How many years would it take for you to make that much money, Mr. Edgeworth? Please, Emma, don't even want to think about it. What is that giant head thing? It's the head of the great Miss Monkey? I remember the case well, but how did they even get it up here? Huh? Miss Monkey? Doesn't sound right. Are you sure you didn't get the name wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Or misremembered it somehow? Ugh, don't be ridiculous. If I'd never make such a mistake. The statue. What is it? Got some new data for me? Not exactly. It's just something from a case I worked on. A piece of evidence. I believe it's called the Alfred statue. Hello, Blidia. Some millions. And there were 2 of them, a real one and a fake. Whichever one this is, it shouldn't be here of all places. An old case, huh? Guess you have worked on a bunch of different, Gotcha! Well, first off, gotcha. Why the frick are you in here? Caught in the act. Red dang head and guiltier than a tomcat covered in cream. Ah! Ugh, my eyes. Stop that at once. Ain't no stopping my snapping, not till I got every dang detail and then some. Y'all think I'm about to let a bunch of dirty criminals go before I get the shot? Think again. We're not criminals. Yeah, sure. Pull the other one and it's got bells on. This here's camera's a weapon of ill justice. It ain't about to be hornswoggled by your cheap denials. Oh, it's you. You're that low-down dirty jerk of a prosecutor, ain't you? Who are you calling low-down dirty jerk? This is Lotta Hart, a photojournalist by trade. We've crossed paths on a few occasions, especially on that one particular case, where he was accused of murder. She's hard to forget, and even harder to get a word in edgewise with. Quit making that face, will ya? That's the face of a no-good schemer if I ever saw one. Seems I didn't leave the best impressions on her either. Well, it's payback time, Mr. Schemer. You ought to be thankful all I want from you is a couple of pictures. But we're just here to investigate. Sure you are. If by investigate you mean pull the wool over a lot of mile-wide eyes. Sorry, Mr. Edgeworth. I thought she might listen to me. It didn't hurt to try, I guess. But we're probably better off leaving her alone for now. Anyway, I want to look at the statue. You said the statue was a piece of evidence from an old case of yours, right? It's pretty weird looking, I have to say. It's known as the Alfred statue. The what? The Alfred statue. But it says here it's called the Alfred statue. Alfred? What are you muttering about? Oh, nothing. Let's carry on looking around, shall we? Oh, we can't look at the suitcase. Wow, this is some sturdy construction. Thick floor plate, sturdy supports. At a rough estimate, I'd say it could hold 50 of you easily, Mr. Edgeworth. Except for the fact that it's nowhere near big enough. You say that, but pack yourselves in tight enough and I think you might just do it. I really don't think so. And anyway, we have more important things to be investigating. We can theorize about the elevator once we're done. Maybe you're right. Fine. 45, Mr. Edgeworth. 48 tops. So, what are y'all doing snooping around a fishy old place like this anyhow? I think it's us who should be asking you that. I'm in it for the truth, for the good of society, and for little old me, of course. I'm what you might call a photographer for the people. Snapping here, snapping there, snapping every danged where. I'll just leave you to it then. We can talk once you've gotten it out of your system later. Oh boy, this whole experience is enough to boggle a guy's mind. Mysterious storerooms, damsels in distress, it's got the lot. Could you at least try to take things a little more seriously, Fender? Hey, I can try, but seriously, I'm as keen to help Kay as you are. She's safe with me. You go do your thing. It's not Kay I'm worried about, it's you. Scientifically speaking, I'd say this looks like some kind of wooden ice box. Yeah, chains are probably to stop the cold air from escaping. I don't mean to contradict you, Emma, but isn't this just a box for storing clothes in? The wood is imbued with a natural repellent that keeps moths away. Oh, yeah, sure. Guess you could look at it that way too. It's actually the box that keeps Dio in it. Dio's body? Just kidding. And it's Dio's coffin. And keeping your clothes chilled would be nice for the summer, right? Still not prepared to let go of that particular part of your hypothesis, I see. Okay. A lot of heart. Miss Hart sure seems to have a grudge against you, Miss Edgeworth. Low down, dirty jerk of a prosecutor. She really wasn't holding back. We've met a few times. On one case in particular. Let's not let her attitude and sudden appearance distract us from the job at hand. We'll just need to gather all the facts and apply the principles of logical reasoning. By following my methods, the truth will present itself soon enough. Low down, dirty journalist notwithstanding. Don't take this the wrong way, but did her calling you a low down, dirty jerk get to you, Mr. Edgeworth? Don't be ridiculous. Alright, let's use some logic. Price tags, lots of money. We've seen items of old evidence marked with price tags with a huge pile of cash. Hello, Roy. Vibe stream strike. I think it's pretty clear that somebody has been running an illicit trade in judicial goods. Shady deals on a hidden 51st floor? This is big. It has to be, right? I think it might be, but we'll need to investigate a little further yet. We need to find out more about what's going on here. If only there was an eyewitness we could interview. An eyewitness, huh? Gee. I wonder who. Why exactly are you here, Miss Hart? Hey, I told you, I'm in it for the truth, for the good society. And for little old me, of course. I'm a photographer for the people. For the people? If you won't tell me the real reason you're here, perhaps I can hazard a guess. Somebody was carrying out an illicit police evidence trafficking scheme here in the storeroom. Oh, so she's after a juicy story. Makes sense. How did you all figure that out? Guess it means I don't have to tippy-toe around it anymore now. One of my sources told me on the download about an underground auction. What? So all the items here were sold to the highest bidder. Folks was slinging money around like it was going out of fashion. I had to come see it for myself, of course. Get the eyes on my subject, you know. Should have heard the tales my contact was telling. Taller than 2 trees, or so I thought at first. Anyhow, wasn't about to rate up based on hearsay alone. So yesterday I snuck in, slunk behind this here statue, and settled in to wait. Bidding started late at night, carried right on through to the break of dawn. So the auction and the murder happened on the same night. Coincidence? Hey, I know that peon. It belongs to the real Yatakarasu. You may be interested to learn that. You're kidding, right? That story's older than my grandpa's drawers. I need something more relevant, you know? Something that'll hit hard and boggles minds. And would you go so far as to fabricate information in order to boggle minds, as you put it? What do you think I am, huh? No, I'll just spice it up a little. Add a couple bells, maybe some whistles, who knows? Even a cherry on top if the mood takes me. That's the very definition of fabrication. No offense and all, but if you're trying to reel me in here, y'all better have some tasty bait to hook, by which I mean scoops and plenty of them. She didn't seem interested in that at all. I miss this. The song's great too. It's from the first game. A bloom badge? What are you talking about? Underground auction, dirty deals, and a secret storeroom. Talk about a story. Was there anything else on the sale apart from the items of evidence in this room? Sure, there was a regular old stuff too. Shady artworks from who knows where, that kind of thing. In what way are shady artworks regular exactly? But the evidence was the big draw for sure. Reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the... Wait. Reckon they were selling them faster than the crooks could smuggle them out of the cop and prosecutor shops. And I'll bet you got pictures of the whole thing, right, Miss Hart? Well, you see, the main event was down below. I had to try to see what I could from up here. Having been up here since yesterday, I assume you witnessed the entire auction from start to finish then? It was an underground affair, like I said, so folks wasn't exactly giving much away. All them customers came down one at a time from up on the roof there. Threw on masks just as soon as they got down the ladder. And that ain't all. They had voice changer doodads on them, see? Teeny tiny ones, dinkier than a bug's behind. So you couldn't see their real, oh my god, I can't read. So you couldn't see their real face and you couldn't hear their real voice. I give up. You mean serendipitous? Yeah, I couldn't figure out her way of saying that word. I surely do. Sweet. Serendipitude. Also not a word. Anywho, once they got their gear on, they went right downstairs. And then came the next one. When it came time to leave, they all done the same but in reverse. Up they came one by one. Masks back on the hook, up the ladder and away. Oh, that's a serious operation. And how many participants were there? 11 altogether. I counted them when they came down the ladder. Your stakeout. I didn't just hide behind a stupid statue the whole time, you know. You didn't? Then where were you? Well, when I first got here, You know what? That ain't important right now. So you were hiding behind the statue from the very beginning. Anywho, I watched all them folks come in from the spine spot there in the shadows. I see. So were you watching from behind the statue? They used their elevator to go down below. And once they were all down there, I snuck up and took me a peek at what's going on. You mean the elevator remained in the room beneath it? No, they sent it back up, but there was a little peeky hole if you know where to look. Elevators don't quite sit flush with the floor, you see. And if you bend down and squint just right, you can see the whole shebang. Did you catch the sight of who was in charge? Alright, sure, I guess I did. Ain't half so good a story if you don't get a glimpse of the old evil ringleader after all. Wonder who this ringleader is. I'll have to ask her some more. You mentioned a ringleader. Can you tell me any more about them? Y'all should know. I came here to get me an exclusive. And an exclusive ain't much dang good if you done spilled the beans already. I see. So you don't actually know anything about them. You think that's why she won't give us the answer? Makes sense, I guess. You got me. And see if it was a man or a woman, a kid or an old timer, nothing. What were they wearing? Could you see that at least? Sure, white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower on the lapel. Them three things is what I remember. But what's good a description of that outfit if I don't got a clue of who's wearing it? So this ringleader disguised their identity too, just like everybody else. Yes sir, mask, voice changer, the whole 9 yards. They were wearing one of the masks. Which one? Let me see. Oh yeah, this guy. Zervan? Zervan? What kind of name is that? Seriously, Mr. Edgeworth, you've never heard of Zervan? He's the global hero, Onya Kopan's arch nemesis. Who hasn't heard of Zervan, the Time Lord? I think you might be better off asking who has. So you didn't get a glimpse of their face at all? Oh, I dang well didn't. Which kind of scotches my scoop. This whole mess would have been nothing but a simple hunt. I should have never come. Ringleader's appearance. We know somebody who was dressed like that. Maybe I should try showing that evidence to Miss Hart. I haven't either. You said that the ringleader was wearing a white jacket, white gloves, and a magenta flower, correct? Sure did. Don't ask me why. They were dressed up like a peacock on a parade day, but they was. Is this the outfit you saw? Well, holy smokes, it sure as heck what is. But, wait. So the big cheese is dead? The big cheese. I love that. All we know is that she is the victim of the case we're investigating. Her name is Rosie Ringer. Do you know her? Nope. The ringleader was a lady. Well, ain't that just a slippier and dang eel. Threw me off with a man's jacket like that. I hardly think she did to fool you specifically, but settling that aside for now, what's important is that we've discovered something vital to the case. Namely that the underground auction was chaired by none other than our victim. So somebody bumped off the boss, huh? Then that's what's was happening? Then what was happening? When was what was happening? Oh, nothing at all. You all go on about your business now. No offense, Miss Hart, but that made you sound about 5 times more suspicious. Suspicious my foot. I told y'all nothing. And you won't get nothing more out of me than that. Wait, there is more? How many dang times do I gotta tell you ain't nothing, okay? And I ain't saying nothing either way. Aw, you can tell us a little more, pretty please. I'll tell you this, okay? I'm a journalist, a news hound, a scoop hunter, you hear? Exclusive articles go out, money comes in, that's how the game is played. Tell you more? Heck, I done told y'all too much already. Wait, what if I, examine some fingerprints for you? Pro bono. Well, what kind of cocky man thank you is that? I'd sooner get a tooth pulled. Want intel? You gotta dig it up yourselves, just like I had to. Okay. She isn't gonna talk to either of us. Oh, she will. I'll handle things from here, Emma. There's a certain technique I find useful when dealing with difficult customers such as her. She may not give up the information voluntarily, but that doesn't mean she can't be persuaded to. Yeah, the music is pretty peak here. In this game, it's pretty good. Logic chess time. Okay. We're gonna pause here, and I'm gonna end the stream here. I think it's the perfect time to end. Before we, rip this lady a new one. Yeah, thanks for joining, peeps. Let me see if there's anybody to raid. If not, I'm just gonna end it in the stream. Imagine not being able to stream long. I have work tomorrow. Sorry, Mr. I'm on vacation. It's your I'm on vacation. It's your vacation, whatever. Fuck you. Fuck you. Anyway. Looks like B is streaming. It's his birthday. We could do that. Vlognas playing Repo. Well, we'll give you chill. We'll go into something chill. We'll just raid patch. How about that? I can't believe we voted for this guy. Get back to work. Yes, good night. Probably no stream tomorrow. I'm gonna need to do wash. So I might do that tomorrow because it's supposed to be crappy all week. It's also Memorial Day weekend, so I don't want to do my wash on the weekend when there's gonna be people around. Although it's gonna be crappy, so I don't know. I keep forgetting that I burned my finger. I'm like, what's this bump on my finger? It's the blister from my burn. When I burn my finger from my freaking french fries. I was trying to take the fries out of the oven and so first what I was doing, I was flipping the fries and my knuckle hit the top rack. Luckily, you know, I reacted quick enough, so the blister honestly could have been way worse. But I quickly pulled it back and I threw my hand under cold water. And then I forgot the raid went through. That's okay. Anyway, mid-storytelling.